Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the B-Leaguers podcast. I don't know if we're still sponsored by the Koyo Store. Head to thekoyostore.com and try promo code all caps B-Leaguers for maybe 5% off your order. Maybe not. I have no fucking clue. We've been gone for 6 months. Yeah, welcome back. Hi, Sam. How you doing?
Hi, buddy. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I've definitely seen everyone talking about the podcast, saying they miss it. I've definitely seen that poll that I put out there. I don't even know what the final vote's at. I think it's like 500 to 13. And I'm one of the people who said no, so call it 500 to 12. Yeah, whoever called that in the comments, by the way, on our subreddit, you're 100% right. I did press no. Yeah, 471 to 13. All right. Pretty compelling. I just kind of threw that out there as a litmus test to say, do you guys really want us to talk about some shit? Because the world's kind of in a weird place right now, and we don't really have anything better to do, I guess is the easiest way to put it. We are all locked down in quarantine. Hope you all are safe, at least. All your families are safe, and that quarantine isn't slowly ruining your mental state like it has to everyone else in the world, because the internet has turned into a very fun place during quarantine. I'll say that much. It's a fun place to be. So I think we start this off. Sam has given me the floor to kind of just bitch about myself for a minute. So let's just give a nice little State of Flynn recap so that the questions, the comments, my Twitter DMs, everyone's DMs don't get overloaded. What's going on with me? Well, you all know my last cast was 6 months and 2 days ago. November 10th in Tokoname. I have not casted since. To everyone asking, are you going to cast Rainbow Six Siege again? The answer is I don't fucking know. And that is the truest, like I'm laying it all out here. I don't know. If I had to put money on it, I'd say no. Like, if we're being completely upfront here, I'm showing you all my cards. Don't count on it. I want to. It is no longer my decision. It's completely out of my hands. So, to everyone who's come around asking, why aren't you casting anymore? Do you want to cast something else? I mean, by all means. I just don't think anyone has any interest in me casting another game. And when it comes to Siege, like I said, it's completely out of my hands now. I don't know much what else I can do, really. It's a very long and drawn out and mind-numbingly painful experience trying to contact people and just kind of get any information about anything. So for the foreseeable future, the answer is no. I probably won't ever cast Siege again. And it's not because I don't want to. Believe me, I'd get back in a booth tomorrow if they told me it was okay. But and I also don't want anyone going at anyone, whether it be ESL or Ubisoft. I will say this, actually, I will blanket this, because I know people have thrown a lot of hate a certain group's way for how this has all gone down. This was not ESL. I'll come out there and say this is no tournament organizers doing. This is not ESL. But don't go throwing hate any which way. This is just the state we're in, and it's very unlikely that I'll come back as a caster. I've still been streaming. I've still been playing the game. We have no idea what the Tier 2 scene is going to look like coming up, so I have no idea if Challenger League is still a possibility to play in for me. If so, I'll obviously pursue that, but for the time being, I'm just a streamer now. I'm not even a caster anymore. I'm literally just a dude who yells about shit on the internet, just in a different way now. So that's kind of what's up with me. I've just been chilling at home for the last 6 months, not really doing much but playing games and streaming and keeping up with Pro League. That has been one saving grace throughout quarantine with no hockey and no baseball and football off season. At least there's Siege to watch for the next 48 hours until Season 11 ends, and then we all go hide in a corner and get bored for the rest of our lives. But I've been keeping up. I've been watching all the games. It's that's kind of everything to do with me. It's tough, but I have seen everyone talking about it. I have seen all the comments and stuff. It's kind of hard for me to and this is going to sound like a massive flex, and I don't want it to, but it's hard for me to go somewhere without being told that someone misses me, and I appreciate that to absolutely the end of the earth. I don't think there's, I think there's actually a little too much talk about it, to be honest. Like I'm certainly not that important. I certainly wasn't that good to warrant this kind of response. I really wasn't.
Whatever. All right, dude. Okay. I also do your job. You can bullshit a bullshitter all you want. But, all right. Got it. Whatever you say.
I'm out here to say I see it. I appreciate it. If you guys did want to stop, I wouldn't stop you from stopping though. I'm not someone who likes to be talked about a lot, and it seems like that's all it's been going on for a little bit. So I see it. I appreciate it. It's definitely not needed, but it is acknowledged. So yeah, that's me. That's my life. That's where I'm at. Sam, anything you want to tell to the viewers, to the listeners, since you've been gone for 6 months as well? Because I pulled the plug on the podcast. By the way, yeah, that was my call, not Sam's. Don't go yelling at him. If you want to be mad at anyone at any point in all of this, be mad at me. I put myself in this situation. I pulled myself away from social media for 6 months. I am the architect of my own destruction here. Don't go yelling at other people here. If you want to be mad at someone for my situation, then be fucking mad at me. I also want to get that out there nice and quickly.
I'm the cartographer of the master plan to blow up my own Thunderdome. It is all over.
Exactly.
It is all over. But no, man, not much has been going on with me either. Obviously, I've still been commentating, but just usual shit. Just OBS streaming. That's really it. Like, I've just been working on the stream and traveling around the world doing stuff. That's really been about it. So besides that, I've just been trying to figure out how the fuck to work social media and not sound like a dickhead in the process. That's really it. That's it, dude.
Hey,
that's my state of the union. Flynn was like, "Hey, we can't do the podcast anymore because I done fucked," and I was like, "Oh, okay." Yep. And then I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll try and figure out social media." And then, yeah, that's been my 6 months. Just been trying to figure out how not to sound like a dickhead on social media. There you go.
It coming from me, it's kind of tough.
Yeah,
you may have noticed it's kind of tough.
It's a very difficult thing. It is.
Yeah.
It's very hard to get context from actual just words that you read. That's something to notate there. There's a lot of times you're like, oh, this sounded so funny in my head, and you tweet it, and you're like, I sound like a fucking cockbite. Oh, also, because of the stuff that you said earlier, everyone's gonna want me to do this. Fuck you, Flynn. You dumbass. Number one. All right. I gotta get a fuck you, Flynn, in there. Okay. You dumbass.
Thank you.
But yeah, man, that's been really about it, as long as I can drag out this little section. But no, man, it's just been Siege streaming. I moved to Houston instead of living in bumfuck Brownsville, Texas. So that's it. That's me. I did stuff. I now live in Houston. Yeah, there you go. Video games.
Beauty. All right, there's our boring personalized out of the way. That only occupied, I don't have OBS open, 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Our lives are fucking boring. We can condense everything in 8 minutes. Okay. Back to Siege. Let's talk about Siege, because that's why you are all here, right? That's why you're all here and wanting the podcast and wanting to listen to our dumbasses. You want to hear.
Do you have a Tinder Safari update?
Siege.
Do you have one of those?
I have too many. So the one that I posted on Twitter was pretty fucking solid. Did you see that?
I think I saw it because they put it on the subreddit, didn't they?
They did put it on the subreddit, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tell me what happened with this person. Tell me what happened with this person. Okay. What did you reply with?
Okay. I gotta go find it.
Oh, man. You don't remember?
No, I don't remember what I said.
God, dude, if this happened to me, this would be life-changing.
It looks like I unmatched her. So the conversation's gone.
What do you remember from memory?
What do I remember? I basically just told her that I tweeted it out and that my followers were all way funnier than I was. And she started asking me questions about like Siege and stuff. And then I don't know. I think I ghosted her, to be honest.
Damn, dude. This woman asked you to kindly rearrange her organs. I think I said that nice enough for the podcast, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
When have we ever worried about a fucking...
You know, Phil's in the back, man. We got to worry about him. You know? We got Philip. It's our new manager, so Flynn doesn't fuck up again.
Exactly. There's a small man named Philip in the back room of my basement right now, and basically if I ever do anything on social media where it looks like I'm gonna fuck up again, he just throws fucking soggy ping pong balls at me.
Why are they soggy?
I don't know. It just seems like it would get my attention a lot more.
If you ever see any hockey tweets deleted, that is Philly P right there.
Yes,
Philly
sir.
P in the back.
Phil's got my back. He's the homie. He's watching
He
my
didn't act
phone,
quick
making
enough,
sure
dude.
I don't tweet some dumb shit at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh Lord.
All right. Any other Tinder Safari? I mean, there were a couple others. This one chick DM'd me and was like, "Are you gonna wear the casting headset to bed?" And I said, "Well, it's my own version of lingerie." And then she never responded to me. So
That's so funny though.
I thought it was okay. I thought it was.
Dude, that's a
decent line.
banger.
I thought it was
that's
decent.
a banger. I mean, honestly, like it's pretty witty for what we do for a job. By the way, I don't know if you have this happen with Tinder, but a lot of the times when people match you and they don't know what you do, you're like, "Yeah, I work in esports. I commentate over video games." They never reply.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. It's like, what would you say? Like, I'm saying it's roughly like 50-60%.
Well, see, I don't
Like,
talk
you
to
hit that
anyone.
point, you're like, okay, well, all right, that's okay. Maybe I type more.
Yeah,
on
you
Tinder.
definitely type a hell of a lot more on Tinder than I do.
Per week. How many are we talking?
Oh, like conversations?
Yes.
Maybe one if it's a good week.
Okay. So I'm not too far ahead. I'm probably like 2 to 4.
I was gonna say the matches come in. That's all well and fine. I don't message anyone to initiate a conversation. If they send me something, by all means. But that's about it.
I got you. Yeah, since I have such fucking bad ADHD and ADD and whatever else you can throw into one body to make him move his leg too much and hate numbers on a screen that you have to get rid of, I had to like unmatch everyone on Tinder to like go through like the Tinder Gold because it's 99 cents a month, so why the fuck not? So it's just like, whatever. So you're just like the one thing I will tell you is that Tinder Gold probably ruins your self-esteem more than it helps it. Because you'll go through there on like a bad day and you're like, I don't like any of these people. Like it's like, oh fuck, dude. Like, why does no one love me that I actually want to love back? What the fuck, dude?
So funny story, actually. I
What's
was
up?
in Lauren's stream about a month ago because I was solo queuing ranked while she was streaming. She was on the other team, and there were 2 hackers on her team holding the lobby. So I went into her stream to talk to her instead of talking in all chat while we were waiting it out. And we were probably in there for an hour. So in all chat, I said to the hackers, I was like, guys, if you don't open up the fucking lobby and let us get this game over with, I'm going to go buy a month of Tinder Gold. So I did it. They held it for another half hour. I bought Tinder Gold for the first time. And I looked through all the people who liked me, and I was like, wow, this is really fucking depressing. There's like 150 people here, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to any of you. I don't want to talk to anyone in general.
Bro,
but
I
like,
thought I was a dickhead. I thought I was a terrible human, Flynn. I was sitting, dude. I swear to God, I will set the scene for you. I'm in the bathroom.
Okay.
Sitting on the toilet.
Okay.
Tinder. Yes. Like usual, right?
Yeah.
You go through TikTok, you're like, I'm halfway through my business. I need to move on over, right? So go over to Tinder. You're like, bro, I have, 20 matches and like, or like 20 likes in like the last, 2 days. Let's check this out. Let's see what's up. Open that thing up and you're like, I see I found depression. There's no sovereign nation here. There's nothing for me to go to. Nothing at all. It's just fucked.
Yeah, Tinder Gold. So it expired. That was a month ago, I guess. So I don't have Tinder Gold anymore, and I'm really not feeling any different, to be quite honest.
I might feel more sane knowing that the people that I don't swipe on have no idea. Like, it's great.
It's great. It's pretty fantastic. Okay, that's Tinder Safari. That's a good call. We forgot about Tinder Safari, huh?
I got you. I was reading through the subreddit, so
okay.
Like I should probably grab that real quick, or everyone's gonna be mad at me.
True, and
like, you were there, you were witness.
We didn't do a Q&A this week because I knew the questions would just be fucking, why aren't you casting? Where have you been? All that bullshit. So I wanted to get that out of the way.
How's your Tinder looking?
Yeah, how's your Tinder looking? So we got all that out of the way. We're not doing a Q&A this week. We're just going to go over some shit. So Back into Siege. We're, I guess, getting into Siege. How long have we bullshitted for? 15, 20 minutes? Yeah, 15 minutes.
Yeah. Do you want to hit them with the bread and butter now about what they want us to talk about, or do you want to talk about the world order right now, the true state of the union about what's going on? How's your COVID-19, buddy?
It's fucking
How's
horrible.
Canada?
It's fucking
Dude,
horrible.
it is fucking terrible. This is the fucking worst.
This is awful, man.
I've never wanted to go outside more in my life.
Honestly.
Usually I fight to be inside.
Honestly, I love.
I bought a fucking penny board, by the way. I bought a penny board just to go outside and skate on. I almost busted my ass a couple days ago.
Yeah, I'm debating buying a new hockey net and just sitting outside for hours, just ripping pucks all day because there is nothing else to do and nowhere to go. I think honestly, drugs and a hockey stick are about the only things that are going to get me through this fucking quarantine if it goes on much longer. And streaming helps.
Oh, Canada, what a great country.
Yeah, Canada's pretty fucking lit, can't lie.
Oh man, I love it when Europeans ask about the difference between Canada and North America. And you're just like, yeah, well, Canada's basically just like North America light with different politics. Like, that's really it. Like, there's nothing really different. They have kind of an accent. You go there, McDonald's still exists, Starbucks is Tim's, and you kind of move on. That's it. That's really it.
Yeah.
There's a couple of people that speak French, and it's a little bit colder. That's really it.
It's yeah, it's pretty accurate, honestly. I've
I'm
been
just
around
saying.
the States a little bit now, and I can definitely agree. There's slight differences, but for the most part, yeah, we're pretty similar.
It's almost like we live on the same rock.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know.
All right. So I've tried to get into Siege like 3 times. You want to actually talk about it, or do you just want to?
Dude, I don't care. I'm just bullshitting. I was down with the bullshit. I don't care. It's completely up to you. You're steering this ship. I'm just like for some reason fighting for it sometimes for no reason at all.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you want to get into Siege, what are we at? What are we at? 20 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. Let's get into NA because NA's been a fucking.
We always act like once we got to the end and we talked about like rankings, it'd be like a 15-minute thing, and it always turns into like an hour and a half for no reason.
Oh yeah.
Because we both are just like, hey, I want to set this specific team on fire because they're doing this.
Well, I mean, we're gonna set some teams on fire. Don't you worry. I've been setting some teams on fire lately, and I think it needs to continue. I think there's some teams out there that have been very bad, just an exceptional amount of bad. Yeah. So I guess we start with North America when we start with Evil Geniuses.
Bottom to the top.
An unholy level of bad. EG has 1 win in 13 games. Their last game of the season is tomorrow night against E United. Yeah, I hope they win. It's just so they don't finish the season with 1 fucking win. But let's be real, they're probably not. Probably not going to win. They're probably finishing 1-3-10. It's not like historic levels of bad for any team in Pro League, right? Like we used to have teams just get fucking dumpstered in Pro League in a season, and you never really thought anything of it because they were that bad. I went into this season having so much hope for EG as at least to be able to contend. And holy fuck was I wrong. Like, they cannot get anything going right now. And it's horrible. I went through a 3-hour VOD review session on Twitch over EG. If any of the listeners were there, you know how hard I went in on them. I don't really want to be repeating myself from that. But I will say the lack of team play for Evil Geniuses is just horrifying. Like, they don't look like they want to play for each other. They just look like they don't want to lose. And we've gone over that plenty of times on the podcast before about teams that look like they're just trying not to lose because they've lost too much already versus teams that really want to take a gamble and go for a win. Like EG now is just, we don't want to lose anymore. It's no longer, we can win, we can get points, we can move up. It is now just fucking blow it up. And I guess if the rumors are true about this whole EG, LG dropping their teams and shit, then I guess I understand part of it.
You're really ripping the rules down right now.
Oh, yeah.
We had all these pre-established rules, and Flynn's like, arson!
Fuck it. Light everything on fire. Fuck it. You've all seen the rumors. I'm not going to act like you haven't. You've all been on the fucking subreddit. You saw Kian's interview with Parker on Pro League. He said there's not going to be a next season. We don't know for sure, but, like, come on.
You're going to look at me and you're going to tell me that I'm wrong?
I know what you fuckers read. I know what you fuckers say. I know what you saw. Like, come on now. Let's not be coy about this.
By the way, should we tell them that we're recording this at 2 a.m.?
Oh, sure. Why not? Yeah, it's 3 a.m. for me.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. for me. I woke up about 2 hours ago.
I woke up like 5 hours ago. So when we said we were originally going to record, I set an alarm for 3 p.m. I never heard that shit. I woke up at 9. That was surprising. I came home because I ran out of the store, and I came back, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to play Valorant with Sam. We were texting each other this morning trying to play. And I was like, okay, I just need to make it 5 more minutes. He just needs to finish his game. And I'm out like a light. And I was gone. I think I even had a dream about Evil Geniuses being bad. That's how bad it's been. It was more of a nightmare, to be honest, but, you know, take what you can get. I don't know. EG, for me, I really didn't think they'd be the worst. I didn't think they'd be the best. I didn't think they'd be the fucking worst. And it doesn't make sense with the talent they have on the team. It really doesn't. Like I said, these players are all fucking great. They're just not a great team. And if they do blow it up with this whole fucking whatever the fuck next season's gonna be, then this is a shitty note to go out on. But I mean, at least we know, right? They didn't blow it up while they looked decent. I think it would have been even more tragic if they had looked like they could have taken this season as like a ramp up and then gone into, I don't know, whatever the hell next season's supposed to be with a little bit of momentum, and then this org shit happened, right? At least this way it's, fuck it. We were trash. We were going to blow it up anyway. We were bad. This doesn't affect much. I don't know. For LG, I think it's even more sad because they actually look like they can still hang. They're not the team they used to be, but I don't know. Jarvis has been okay. I haven't hated him on LG. I think they're definitely a different team without Slash, though. I think Slash was fucking getting the kids in order. I think Slash is honestly like one of the better babysitters.
I think he's one of the best players in North America, to be honest.
Oh, 100%. I'm just impressed that he took a bunch of 18, 19, 20-year-olds, got them into formation, and was like, guys, you need to go do this, 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 and stop being fucking stupid. And it worked.
For the most part.
For the most part, yeah. It was,
for the most part.
Hey, I mean, they reverse swept EG in the fucking quals.
Yeah.
Like,
of course, their play style was a lot of gamble, you know?
Oh, 100%.
That's just how they work, so.
I don't know. For EG and LG, I guess the players, I don't even know. We don't even know what the players are going to do if everything does get blown up. For the rest of NA, though, I mean, everyone else has done just about what we expected from them. United has looked a lot better with Alfama, but they got shit to fix. Tempo has looked as bad as I expected them to look. Rex looked even pretty serviceable with the roster changes. And then the top three is the top three. Is anyone really surprised by the TSM thing? Like, they were in relegate or about to be in relegations last season. But is anyone really surprised by TSM being at the top now? Because I'm fucking not. Like, that one seemed like it was writing on the wall coming in from last season. Especially with Geo. Geo really fucking changed the dynamic of the team.
Mm-hmm.
I really love Geo on TSM. It's such a fucking good fit, too. I don't know.
I think he matches up really well, especially just because of, I hate to use, like, common terminology, but I feel like the vibe of Geo just fits TSM extremely well.
The vibe of Geo is definitely a real thing. Like,
yeah, no, it really is.
That's like, a real thing.
When you hang out with Geo, you're like, you can notice the difference. You know what I mean? You can notice the difference. He always keeps things at a high tempo.
Oh, 100%. Mm-hmm. He's one of the funniest motherfuckers in the game, man.
Dude, him and Kev.
Oh my god. Can you believe they played on the same team?
Dude, there's no way. Like, if I ever didn't suck at this game and I happen to be on a team with them, I don't even think I could play the game. I don't even think. like the first time that Kev said that guy is fucking ass, I'd have lost my shit, dude. I'd have lost everything. That'd have been hilarious. Oh man,
the two of them in one
dude,
room.
So funny.
That's unfair. That's just they're the
we are really
fuckers.
We are very, very lucky with the cool people that we've met through Rainbow Six Siege. I will say that.
Oh, 100%.
We'll say that. But no, I definitely agree with you on the whole TSM thing. I think the thing that makes TSM a monster is the three-headed monster that we always talk about, the pitchfork, if you will, the trident. So and what we mean by that is we're talking about Achieved, Merc, and Bolo, which is just a monstrosity in and of itself. Like then you add the little sprinkle on top of Poge and Geo, and what are you gonna do about it? You know what I mean? I think that the main thing, I think that main thing that I want to talk about with this roster that hasn't already been said is the difference between them with and without Bagel, because it's literally none.
That is a very good point, and that's an interesting.
There's literally
guy,
zero. Huh? Yeah, he's a very interesting chap. I'll tell you that. I met him at SI. He's very headstrong. I'm pretty sure everybody can tell that.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen some tweets. I've seen some videos.
Yep. Basically, take his Twitter persona and just drain it all into a redheaded man, and there you go. That's it.
Horrifying. It's even more horrifying that he's redheaded.
No, Bagel isn't a terrible human being. Like he isn't being a dick to be a dick. I don't think. I think that just legitimately that's his competitive drive, is like, I just want to be better, which is perfectly fine. I've met plenty of people like that in traditional sports and video games and whatever else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's a time and a place, there's a time and a place to be that and to turn it off and be like, okay, we're going to hang out, whatever. It's kind of like when you first get into whatever you're working with like, video games or real sports or whatever, and you meet people and you're like, oh my God, I cannot wait to sit down and talk football with Tom Brady. Well, guess what? Tom Brady does football 20 hours out of the fucking day. Do you think he wants to sit there and talk about football? No. You just want to sit there, hang out, and talk about other shit. Not, hey, dude, your team's been doing great in Pro League. It's like, yeah, thanks, man. Like, okay, I kind of don't want to talk about Siege right now. It's not like I do that, 7 days out of the week for 8 hours a day.
It's hard to get excited about Siege right now with the state of the world. It really is. Ranked is obviously a whole different well that I don't want to dive into. But
oh my God.
Even Pro League, like the games, they mean less because there's no LAN, right? It's all a bunch of online games, and of course the whole world is going through that. It's not just Siege, but I do find myself having to force myself to stay up on Siege just because there's so much less on the line, and I don't know what this means for next season either, because the announcement was that everyone was going to Vegas for North America. I don't think the American government's gonna let you do that anymore. Like, I don't think you're going, boys. If you're not there already, I don't know how you run a whole LAN league in Vegas. It's just, it doesn't look like it's doable.
It depends on how far they push down the bell curve with this whole COVID thing.
Yep.
There's plenty of things going on now where they figured out current medication that can help fight it, all that kind of stuff. And the simple fact of the whole virus is that it is highly effective against the older community of people in the world, obviously. So we're talking about the geriatrics, the boomers, whatever you want to call them, right? But obviously, it can still affect people that are our age. I'm not trying to be like, oh, this is a cop-out. We don't need to worry about it. I don't know what's going on in the world, blah, 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 blah. Actually, I've been trying to stay up to date on this stuff because obviously I've been stuck inside and I don't want to sit here and just melt my brain on a video game for 14 hours out of the day. So I've been trying to listen to podcasts and read and all that kind of stuff. But the main issues with this is that it hits everybody differently, and some people are asymptomatic. So say Flynn and I are working, right? Like our last LAN in Japan, which by the way, I'm 100% positive that I've already had this, but we'll get into that in a second. Okay. Oh. So say that we work together at Japan. Flynn's asymptomatic, but he has it and he has no clue because obviously there's no symptoms. Him and I are standing next to each other, obviously less than 6 feet apart. And all of a sudden I have it. I have it. Yeah, I have it. It hits me like a fucking freight train and I die. There was literally a gold medalist Olympic swimmer that I believe he's either low 30s or upper 20s. He's around Parker's age, but Olympic gold medalist swimmer Flynn got the virus, almost died because of it. You're talking about someone that can hold their breath for like 4 fucking minutes underwater.
Yep. There was
and it just took him out, man.
There was a 20-year-old girl who actually passed away from Rona as well. It hit, like you said, it hits everyone different, right? So everyone's going to be super cautious about that. Everyone's going to be super cautious down the line. We definitely don't want to have a situation, the world definitely doesn't want to have a situation where, hey, everything's looking better. Everyone go outside and touch each other again. No.
Yeah, please don't touch people. Don't touch people right now.
Please don't do that. Like
Tinder's an awkward place right now because of that.
Yeah, very awkward.
To be honest. It's like, hey, how's your day going? Oh, it's okay. I'm stuck inside. It's like, oh, great. That's awesome. You want to talk about COVID-19?
I'm worried about next season taking place the way it should versus how they're going to make it work, because Lord only fucking knows now. It's going to be tough to, I guess, draw a lot of interest if we're just staying online games for a whole nother season. No possibility of a LAN. Like, when's that major scheduled for? North American major in the summer? Isn't that fucking August or something?
It's always August, yeah, because August is when when Raleigh was.
Yeah. I highly doubt that's happening. It hasn't been publicly announced that it's, and I don't have any inside information. I'm not leaking nothing here. By the way, yeah, if I say anything, I don't no longer have classified intel. So if I say anything, it's purely an assumption. But I'm going to assume that that's not safe, because the NHL is getting shit on for trying to run playoff games in August. And I'm sorry, the NHL is much more important than Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
They have a lot more money. And yeah, if they can't get it done, then I doubt esports of any kind are coming back for a minute. So you lose. We already lost Sao Paulo. I'm going to put good money on the fact we're losing the summer major. I'm going to put good money on the fact that we're not going to have any kind of LAN leagues going. So it's going to stay all online. So everything that's been going on for the last few weeks in terms of Pro League coming back and staying all online with no LAN on the line, it's going to kind of be more of the same. And that is very hard to get motivated for. It's very hard to give too much of a shit about it, other than the fact that there's nothing else really to focus on. And NA was the only one that was really supposed to be, or I guess NA is going to be the one that's hit hardest by this, because everyone else was going to stay online. I just, I don't know. I look forward to season 12, and I go, yeah, more of the same. Okay, sure. Let's just keep running it back, right? Like, I don't know what kind of motivation there is to do a whole lot outside of the money. And realistically, like 4th to 8th, there's basically no change. 3rd to 8th, really, there's basically no change in the current prize pool. It's $16,500 for 3rd and $12,000 for 8th. It's a couple $100 extra per player. Realistically, their salaries are gonna cover the majority of that difference anyway. So, it's a tough world to live in right now, trying to get hyped up for esports. So I guess I understand lacking performance or lacking motivation from some like the bottom teams, especially in North America. Like, I will give props to E United for at least looking like they give a shit in every single game.
Alfama was a monster this week.
Yes, Alfama's amazing. He's
just so good at the game, dude.
I even said it back when fucking Rogue dropped him. That's not the player to drop. That is not the player to drop. Granted, Rogue just won Season 11. They're already locked in. We'll get to EU in a minute.
Yeah, because that matters.
Yeah, because it matters, right? And, of course, I even yelled it at Crapel the other day. I was playing ranked with him, Rogue's coach, if you're unfamiliar. Congratulations, you won an online league. You still haven't made it past a fucking round on LAN. Like...
Shout out to Vegas Minor, baby. Hell yeah.
He won yet another fucking online competition.
And the shitty thing about it, oh my god, dude, the shitty thing about it is I love those guys so much. They are great. They're awesome people. But like every single time I see them at LAN, I'm like, oh fuck, here we go. Here we go.
Did you see the scores video, the top 10 upsets?
Yep. I saw it. Oh, did I see it?
I died laughing. Remember Tokoname?
Oh, man.
That was hilarious.
Dude, that's when, oh my God. Remember when I walked around so much in my Vans that I couldn't walk straight because I like bruised my bone on my foot?
Yeah.
That was the fucking worst, dude. Oh my God.
What?
Okay, wait. I forgot to talk about the sickness thing. So I matched
okay.
that thing that I got in Japan. Remember when I got that bug and then I went to Tokyo?
Yeah.
All of the symptoms that I got were the exact same symptoms as COVID-19. Fever, dry cough, all of it, everything.
That's
and I was
fun.
in Tokyo for a week, dude, because I never really thought about it. I took
then
like
we
flu.
had no idea.
Yeah, I took flu medication and all of that stuff, but I flew through China. I flew through China to get there, remember? Because my plane landed and like people got on my plane and then I came to Japan.
Yep.
And it was there in November. It's been proven. Like COVID-19 was in Tokyo. No, not Tokyo, excuse me, in China in November. So
yeah, I forgot
it could. It's completely possible.
China, and
it's absolutely completely possible because nothing that I took worked. Nothing. I had allergy medication because I thought my allergies were acting up like just weird there. Yep. I went and got flu medication there. I got cough drops. I did everything and nothing worked. I felt like shit for like 5-6 days, just beaten to death. It was terrible. But Japan was still cool. It was awesome. I would definitely do it again. Hopefully next time I'm not, sick as a dog. But yeah, no, I explained the I cannot talk this morning. I explained the symptoms to my mom, and my mom was the one who pointed it out. She was like, "That sounds like eerily similar to what's going on right now." I was like, "Yikes, that is really, really scary. That if that was worse at all, and like I just didn't call it because I hate the doctor, that I could have just died in Japan."
It's a scary world we live in right now, man.
Dude.
Pog, you're still alive, and I guess if it was that, you're immune now. So
yeah, that is the Pogu thing, dude. I was ahead of the curve. It's like the SR25 on Blackbeard. I was just ahead of the curve. You know what I mean?
Or what if you were patient zero for America? What if you flew back and you're the only one who had it, and you infected all of America?
I didn't land in Washington.
True. Okay. I wanted a reason to blame you.
I landed in where did I land on the flight back from Tokyo? I landed in Houston. That's where I landed.
I was going to say, it was you and the Dark Zero guys that went straight to Houston.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, well, that flight sucked. Ass.
Oh yeah, the flight back sucked so much ass. Are you kidding me?
Dude, I played Pokemon Sword the entire time on that plane. By the way, that game is terrible. That game is abysmal. Anyone that tries to defend the most recent Pokemon games, you just need to stop playing Pokemon. Like the fact that they just coddle you the entire game is ridiculous. Like there is no more, hey, I go to school and like, in my middle school days or, elementary days, and I'm asking my friends, like, how did you beat this? Or what did you do? There's none of that. It's like, oh, did you just have kind of an important story fight? Here's 17 potions and let me full heal your entire party. It's like, fuck off. Make it difficulty then. I want like Pokemon Gold difficulty. I want to just get slaughtered. I want to have like nowhere to know, like no way to know about where I'm going. I want no map. Like I don't want anything. I don't want it. Just make it Dark Souls grade difficulty and Pokemon, and I will play that game so much. So much. Fuck the most recent Pokemon games, dude. They're terrible. They're so ass.
That's how you know it's quarantine hours. We're going on rants about Pokemon.
Dude, listen, I have way too much time to myself right now, and like the ADHD is just at an all-time high. I'm just bouncing around thoughts, just bouncing around.
All right. Well, to recap our thoughts on North America, we have one more play day left. It's tomorrow. First is still up for grabs in North America. Everything else is pretty much locked in stone. So if you're unaware, TSM's at 31 right now. Liquipedia has TSM locked in for first, but that's technically not true. TSM holds the tiebreak over Space Station 7-4 in terms of round count. So if Space Station beats TSM, then they're golden. That's all it is. So they play each other week 14 on Monday. And that's kind of the only game that matters. Everything else is pretty much set in stone. Like I said, the money doesn't change basically anything from 3rd until 8th. So, the Dark Zero Luminosity game, like Dark Zero's locked in 3rd. They can't go up. they can't go down. Actually, can they go up to 2 even? What's their tiebreak with SSG? That's a good question. Maybe there's a little bit of movement here. Darkshire has the tiebreak over SSG, actually. 7-5, and where's the other one? Oh, no, it's tied, so that'd go to round differential, and Space Station has it. Okay, never mind. Very unlikely that Dark Zero can take second, unless they win 8-0, which is not possible.
So it's impossible.
So you need Dark Zero to win by a huge margin and Space Station to lose by a huge margin.
You need SSG to get 7-0, and you need Dark Zero to 7-0.
Yeah.
Highly unlikely.
Very, very unlikely. Something in that range would get it done. So 1, 2, 3. There's a little bit of movement here. That last game between TSM and SSG will decide first and second, most likely. Dark Zero at 3. Rex locked at 4. They can't go up or down. LG United Tempo 5, 6, 7. They can all move, but like I said, the money doesn't. Like 5th is 14 grand, 6th is 14 grand, 7 is 12. Like, okay, there's $2,000, so split that between 5 players. There's $400 per player up for grabs between 7th and 6th. At this point in Siege, I don't think many players are getting too hyped up over $400. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who would like $400, but for these guys, sorry, their salaries probably get it covered. Yeah, I don't think there's much want or need for any of these 5, 6, 7 teams to do much damage on Monday, and then EG can't get out of 8th. So, what a fall from grace that is.
Yeah, especially after finishing 3rd last season. You know,
Yep.
it shows the impact of Geo. Honestly,
It does.
It really, really states how good he is at the game and what he can bring to a team.
So yeah, I just hate looking at the finals tab and seeing it crossed out. This tournament has been canceled. Huh, yeah. I know. I don't want it to be. South Palo would have been fun.
Yeah, we weren't even at the stage where anyone was getting like asked to commentate it yet. We weren't even there, and they were like canceled. I was like, oh damn, okay.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
nobody was talking about shit, and they're just like, bye.
Yeah, because you have to be a little bit faster with Brazil because you have to get visas.
Yep.
Usually we're talking about things like a month out.
Usually.
So we've said that multiple times on the podcast now, but
Yeah.
like it's usually like right at like the 30-day mark up to the podcast. We're like, hey, we have a job for you. What about this number? And you're like,
Basically.
That's basically it. And then you do your negotiation thing, and then boom, you're packing bags to go somewhere. That's it.
EU's a lot closer, at least. Than
Yeah,
NA.
it is. EU has been a very interesting this season, especially with BDS. Everyone thought that BDS was going to pull an Empire and just rail everybody, and they did not. They did not.
No. I've been impressed by Chaos's bounce back a little bit here. Like, they beat G2, they tied Vitality, they beat BDS. Like, they went on a pretty decent run coming out of the stoppage for SI.
Mm-hmm.
They're still in 8th, so that shows you how good the rest of EU's been with those results. Still not being able to claw their way out of 8th. And obviously, Rogue has already won with 28 points. They're 8-4-1. And then everything else is up for grabs. Like, there's so much movement that can happen between 2 and 5. Anyone can go just about anywhere right now. So EU is going to be interesting for the last play day. Is that also Monday? It is. Let's go.
Yes, it is. It is indeed.
Chaos plays Na'Vi, Empire plays Rogue, Force plays G2, and Vitality plays BDS. I think Rogue winning the season isn't all that shocking. Na'Vi's been an interesting little bounce back, though, huh? They started the first split pretty shitty. But ever since
They really
Doki's come
did.
back, it's been better, huh?
Yep. Absolutely. Honestly, I think it's a change of mentality on the team. SI, they didn't look very happy. I honestly think it's just bringing things back to what it used to be when they were, so successful before Japan. Being able to have Doki on the team, adding some new names, stuff like that. It's worked out for them really, really well. I think that especially Panix. Oh my God, Panix has been playing so well.
True. Very true. and I'm so happy. I love Panics. I think I've said that 1,000 times on the podcast.
I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. I don't get it. Unless this guy is just the biggest dick behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it. I don't know why he gets dropped.
He just keeps getting dropped before big events, man. It's the Panic special.
Why? And also, listen, all I'm going to say when it comes to BDS is you drop Panics, you pick up a Limbs, and then you guys still finish in relatively the same spot.
Yeah, Lems came out of the gate pretty good as well on his own, but the rest of BDS wasn't really helping him. Shaiko had a rough start to the season for this season, like before SI, and then now it's obviously it's Shaiko's world, and we're all just living in it. But
yeah, it is indeed. The servers are his when he logs in. You actually have to sign into his computer in order to play the game.
It kind of feels like old Empire, huh? With Joystick when they were coming out of CL and starting up Pro League.
Yeah, but it isn't even that. They don't even match play styles like that, though. That's the thing. It's like Empire's. Yeah, Empire's thing was we play around Joystick, but they hold supporting angles for Joystick. You just put Shaiko on the map and he just goes kills people. Like he just does his own thing. He's just his own entity. You have the rest of the team, and then Shaiko does stuff over here. He'll like help you with like some Habana pellets, and then he's gone. That's it.
Basically.
But he gets his kills.
I think definitely Vitality's been a bit of a shocker for me for how poor they've been doing.
There's a lot of talent on that team for how poor they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Stiggy's had a rough go, huh?
Yeah, feels like the Browns, man.
True.
The retirement home for EU. That's where all the good talent goes to just collect a paycheck.
Yeah, like you said, a lot of good.
They're not doing that though. They're not doing that though. They're definitely grinding out. But that's what the Browns are in football. They're just like, yo, I'm just gonna sit here, just gonna collect this fat paycheck. I'm gonna go buy myself some diamond rings or something crazy. But Vitality's been grinding out. You can see the improvement from when they first put this team together. I will say Goga is still playing at a very high level. It's been very, very impressive.
Yep. Goga's been good. I think, honestly, it's Bibu and Stiggy right now for me that have really like quieted down on Vitality. I still think Goga's doing fine. I still think Hungry's doing fine. He's had a bit of a slump now that they've changed roles as well. So they put Hungry on frag. They pulled him off smoke because Stiggy hasn't been fragging out. So he's adapting, and it's clearly not his strong suit. But you and I have a very close relationship with Hungry and getting a lot of kills. So,
oh my God,
throwback. Somebody linked that. I saw a post today on the Pro League server asking for that Mav clip from Raleigh when Parker said I was boisterous. I forgot about that entire sequence. That was a good little throwback too. That was solid.
Parker said you were boisterous?
Yeah, I was screaming. I think you and John were down because this
my God, no.
What?
Okay. The memory just came back.
Okay,
yeah. Because it was the fucking terribly botched setup for commentary where we were all in the same room.
Yeah, we were sitting 6 feet apart from each other.
Oh my God, dude.
That was in Raleigh. Yeah.
You did that. I did that.
Yep.
And Parker also did that. We all cut in on each other's streams. You and I are way too fucking loud for like an individual human being. Nobody should be this level of loud. It's so stupid. Oh my God.
I'm back home with my mom's now, and my sister is in school, like still doing like online school and stuff.
Oh no.
And I don't know. My mom was like calling upstairs to my sister to have her come downstairs for something, and she wasn't responding. Like my sister wasn't responding. So my mom just looks over at me and she goes, "Can you use your outside voice for a second?" I just fucking belted her name up the stairs.
Man.
She comes running out of the room. What? Then you just weren't responding, and I like getting loud.
Hey, it's a hard thing to control, dude. When you have that proper monotone voice, and you're a very eccentric person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very difficult to be like, yeah, I'm going to tone that down. I'm going to talk like this regularly. You know what I mean?
I don't like using my inside voice. I like using my outside voice.
I don't have an inside voice, man. If I'm passionate about something, I'm not talking like this.
That is
very
true.
Like this is actually me talking.
I've sat on enough couches with you while watching TV to know it's very true.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. It's a hard thing. It sucks when it comes to a couple of things. Number one, you're always going to be that loud weird kid from school. Like, let's be honest, you're that one kid that, like, you know, whenever you got picked for football, you're like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, dude. And people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, you know what I mean? It's like what the fuck ever. But yeah, man, fuck it, whatever, dude.
Hey, at least I can use my voice for something these days, even if it is just yelling at my sister.
Hey, we're doing a podcast episode, so there's that.
We are.
Yeah.
It hasn't been very organized. We're all over the place
are they ever?
No.
Usually, to be honest, they're usually more dysfunctional than this. This time we actually wrote there's a 1, 2, and a 3 on my second monitor here.
True.
We numbered things.
We numbered things. We tried to go through things in a logical progression, and now we've gone on a million tangents like we always do.
Would you have it any other way?
No.
I don't think so.
Usually just what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Empire has also been a weird one. I guess if I was going to call out one more team in EU that I think is underperforming and should be a hell of a lot better, Empire. Oh boy,
dude, that is just the strangest thing to see, because for me, it's not that any of the patterns inside of their play have changed up that much for me personally. And again, this is just me watching like VODs of the games that I find interesting and stuff like that. That's usually how I keep up on the scene, because I don't want to go watch a 7-2 where they just get destroyed. Like, I know what somebody getting stomped in Siege looks like. Show me something interesting. You know what I mean? So I'll be honest, I don't sit down and watch Pro League every single day. I'll watch probably NA, some of EU, and then if I miss the game and someone's like, yo, this game was crazy, you need to see this, I'll go watch it. That's it. Like, everything else, like, it's kind of like showing up to like a Pop Warner football game. You know what I mean? Like when you're like in middle school and like, you're like, I know these guys are just going to get fucking slammed. So I'm just on my phone the whole time. It's one of those things where like your brain just goes to different things. You're like, this game is not interesting at all. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'd much rather watch the games that are interesting, where I can learn new things and add that to my arsenal of what I can talk about during commentary and stuff like that. But for Empire, I think it really is just, they really haven't adapted. Everyone else is changing what's going on. And especially the top end of the spectrum in EU has changed how Siege is played in Europe, especially when it comes to Na'Vi. Na'Vi is still playing that very, very fast-paced style of gameplay, and it's working out for them. Kind of how it's working out for Reciprocity right now. G2 has been channeling that as well, and I think that's the most interesting one, because they have the most dynamic roster, arguably, inside of Siege at the moment. Their entire roster is just insane. It's our first official super team, so we popped that cherry. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, G2 has been hit or miss. Like, it really is just like day to day with them. They're either on or they're fucking not.
Mm-hmm.
It's they're a fun team to watch right now, and they've been doing okay. Like, the results haven't been bad. They've just been so up and down. Like, you have a close game against a Rogue, you lose 7-5. I thought they were gonna. Well, if we want to go back to the hot take tweet, I said they weren't losing the game for the rest of the season after that. I thought
you owe me beer, motherfucker.
I do. I owe you beer. My hot take did not work out, even though they 7-0'd Empire the next game.
Oh, man.
7-5 loss to Chaos, 7-5 win over Vitality, 7-2 loss to Na'Vi, and then 6-6 tie against BDS. When was G2 down in that game? I can't remember. That was the border game, huh? I actually don't remember a whole lot of that. I can't even remember. Although Empire did complete the comeback against Chaos. I did tweet about that as well. Fucking hell. No. EU's been a lot closer and a lot harder to predict. I think for the CGG predictions that they ask me for every week for Pro League and stuff, I think EU has to be my worst region. Simply because it's so hard to get a gauge on who's on one day and who's not. The Vitality Monday curse has fucked me, let me tell you. I thought Vitality was winning a few in those games, and I was wrong. I was wrong. Mondays are just not Vitality's day.
Yeah, it's been a rough one. So I'll pose you this question and let you go off on the tangent, and we'll see if we align at the end.
Sure.
Do you think that EU is going through an identity crisis?
An identity crisis?
And just style of play and like countering each other like they usually do. Because traditionally speaking, as we know from Europe, it's all about, okay, we need to outplay this team in this way. And that's how they used to get around each other and work their way up. And that's really where G2 used to shine, is they just outplayed everybody else. Now it really seems like they're going through this identity crisis of, okay, is it just straight TDM? Is it really just like, hey, we have a little bit of utility, but we have a lot of guns? You know, I really feel like the style of EU has changed within the last year.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think the style's definitely changed. I think part of it has to do with the meta, and of course, everyone's gone on at fucking nauseum about the 20-second meta.
Goyo's a fun operator.
Goyo's a fun fucking operator.
Wamai's a fun operator. Did we do a podcast for Wamai?
Doubtful.
What were your initial thoughts on Wamai when you got to play on him?
Initial thoughts were, fuck, I wish the AUG didn't take up so much of my screen.
That, number one. I have black ice on it, too. That's the worst part. I don't even use it and have black ice on it.
Ooh. I think the other one was, why the fuck does he have a deployable shield? I really wish he didn't. I don't know. I think the balancing is fine there. I think it gets real rough when you stack him with a Jaeger, though. And we were bitching and moaning for like a Jaeger replacement for the longest time. I don't think it ever crossed into our minds once that they would be played at the same time. And boy, are we seeing why that's a stupid fucking idea.
Yeah, I think the first time that I had Nick. I had my friend Nick grab Wamai. We were playing Clubhouse on the TTS. I was like, hey, can you put the Wamai magnets inside a garage so that Capital obviously can't bolt our bandit off the wall? It's like, yeah, sure. So he sets all those up. I set up all the ADSs in sight, and we also have a Thatcher band.
Yeah, bye.
And I was like, yeah, right when they popped the window for server and started like chucking utility in to try and clear out the bandit, and I soon realized how much stuff they had to burn. I was like, oh, this is 11 throwables.
Good luck.
That's a lot of utility.
Have fun.
It is not a fun combination. And the thing that makes it worse is you count all of those and you go, okay, them in and of themselves together, it's kind of rough, but you can get around those rough waters. You know what I mean? But then you add a castle, a maestro, and whatever the fuck else you want to add, bandit or whatever you need for that specific site. Good fucking luck. With a Thatcher band? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I don't know why they're trying to go down this road of making Jaeger a 2 armor 2 speed. I think it's silly, honestly.
Yeah, the whole, okay, I guess if we want to get into patch notes and stuff and the new update coming out.
We should probably finish all this stuff first, honestly.
Okay.
I'm just sidebarring because like we're just dumbasses.
Say my piece on EU. Tomorrow, nothing explosive will happen.
No.
There you go.
Not at all. I mean, everything's pretty much already set in stone. It just if Na'Vi fucks up, G2 Forza or Team Empire can get into second.
Exactly. It's bragging rights at this point. Rogue's already won. They got the biggest EP-ness.
It doesn't matter because there's no final.
No, you can't inspect the EP-ness IRL, right? They have the EP-ness title. They don't have the IRL penis title. It hasn't
They are
been
the
confirmed.
E-King.
There you go. Yeah, EU is interesting. Okay, getting back
Do
to
we have LATAM? Do we have LATAM?
We do have
Did we already do LATAM?
We didn't do LATAM yet.
I mean, it's already basically done. If Liquid messes up, then Nip can take first. That's really it.
That's kind of.
But I don't think that Liquid's gonna mess up. What's Liquid's game this week?
Liquid is Ints, so that should be tough.
Oh yeah, okay.
Ints has been okay.
Really?
Ints has actually been pretty okay.
Yeah, but even if Team Liquid draws with Ints, which seems to be their favoring margin if they're going to do anything, because they're 4-3-6, right? So honestly, it feels like another draw is coming to even that out. I feel like Liquid are still in the driver's seat in that situation because I believe that they also have round advantage on Nip. I want to say because I think they split wins, didn't they?
Let me look. Show aggregate. Liquid. NIP. NIP has tiebreak 14-8. They beat them 7-4 twice.
All right. I take it back.
Mm-hmm.
Thought they only won one of them. Okay.
One problem
so Ninjas
is
and Pajamas can win.
Nip has to play phase, though.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tough game. I don't know. I think
it is going to be a tough game, but
I think Liquid's got it. I'm with you.
Liquid's got it in the bag.
Yeah. Singularity's been, I don't know, interesting to watch, I guess. I'm very happy that I was right about Team 1. I've been right. I even DM'd Jesse, called him a stupid little bitch for everything that Team 1 was the real deal, and I was right the whole time. So this is me just jacking myself off specifically to Jesse. Suck my ass. I was right. I don't get to say that much these days, so suck my ass. I was right.
Oh, man.
I know.
They looked really good at the Vegas Minor, though. You can't take that away from them. They looked fantastic.
They did. They look good for one tournament.
And then it all went downhill. All of it.
They've been pretty mediocre since. They did okay last season, online anyway.
Yeah.
Like they had some.
I think they don't have
there.
any direction. I think they don't have any direction. I think that's the thing.
I think honestly they're just they were never that good of a team to begin with. I never saw it. I don't know. Maybe things change next season. Are relegation still happening for LATAM? I don't even know.
I don't believe so.
It doesn't say on Liquipedia.
I want to say that they are not.
I
think everything's uniform. I believe so, at least. I think everything's uniform in that regard.
Well, is EU going to have relegations?
No.
I don't even remember.
I don't believe so. Again, this is all from my memory at 2:42 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay, yeah. Chaos is still yellow, I guess. Oh, but no, that means they can just jump up. I don't even remember, to be honest. I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out at the end.
I know there's no relegations in North America. In season 11 exceptionally, there would be no relegation in the European and North American regions. There we go. So no relegation for EU and NA. LATAM does not have that note. So I guess there are relegations for LATAM. Okay. That's good to know. So maybe Team 1 gets knocked out. There's still relegation games. It's no auto relegation. But they're going to have to play a relegation game. Looks like Black Dragons is also going to have to if they don't get any points. And they play against Singularity, actually. So they play against the team above them in the standings. Okay. So that'll be an interesting game on Wednesday. The last game of the day. Last game of the season. Singularity Black Dragons will be decent. And then if Liquid gets 1 point, it's basically over. Season's theirs. All right.
Well, that was pretty simple.
Yeah. Patch notes?
7 sidebars. And now we're on to patch notes and just talking about the general.
Who the fuck likes this patch?
No
Seriously.
Honestly.
Who the fuck likes
probably the worst. Oh, fuck. It's so bad, dude. It's so bad.
I
I feel so bad for the devs, dude. Like, fuck.
I can't find a group of people right now that is happy for these changes.
Oh, man. There's
dropping Jaeger to a 2-2, I'm not a fan of at all. Fucking the buck changes across the board. Honestly, the only thing that I like about the buck change is that the additional magazine capacity of the skeleton key. Going 1+5.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
like
else, Buck has enough as it is.
He's the one-man army. I think that's the main thing that people are just like, oh, Buck, not his grenades that makes his kit. And it's like, no, it really doesn't. He really is just a shitload of soft destruction. His grenades just made him more lethal because he didn't have to pop the floor and shoot you. He just nade where you were. Because anybody that's a Buck main knows exactly where you're sitting through the flooring because they have to buck the floor all the fucking time. It's like going to green box and stock on Clubhouse. Like, you know exactly where that is if you play enough Buck. You just grenade it instead. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things, especially with how many frag grenades were just added. I feel like taking a little bit away is not bad. He'll use stuns now, more than likely. And you can just burn ADSs and stuff with stuns. And obviously stun grenades make gunfights easier if you can blind somebody. But for right now, until we have a fix for this, utility soak meta, he's going to be used to burn ADSs.
Yeah, the one person with grenades now that I'm super mad about is Maverick. That's just dumb. That's just fucking stupid. I don't care.
Oh my god, dude. I still can't believe that exists. I can't. I've played so much Maverick this season, dude.
Exactly zero counter to him walking up to an electrified wall, maving a little hole in it, and throwing a nade and clear whatever's on the wall.
I always map the side of the thing and bounce it off every time.
Like,
it's so stupid.
He should not have mains.
You map a super high hole and then you just bounce the nade because 90% of the time they throw the nitro cell through it and it goes like way too far. And you're like, all right, cool. Like burns your nitro cell. I might get it. Last week I got a kill with a frag grenade through the wall because of that. I did the same thing. He threw the nitro out and I bounced the nade in at the same time and he blew up.
Yeah, that's
stupid operator, dude.
That's stupid.
It's so dumb.
That's real stupid.
You got Fofo-san Forest with the AR-15 last week.
That was interesting.
Oh man.
I don't know. I saw that and I went around and started fucking around with some DMRs. They're still not the play. I
They
will
really
say,
aren't.
being able to open barricades in 5 shots instead of 25 now with the DMRs, that's nice.
Don't forget about the hatches. That's pretty sick too, honestly.
Soft hatches. Yeah. Okay. I mean, DMRs still don't feel like it, and Maverick with grenades is fucking stupid. This new patch coming out is, I think it's just gonna hurt my fucking brain, to be honest.
I don't even know what else to say about this patch, man.
Yeah.
I think the thing is that thank God they put it on the TTS.
True.
Number one. I like the enthusiasm. I like that they're thinking outside of the box to try and fix problems. But a couple of things about just what happens in general with Rainbow Six is I honestly feel like they need to just make an entire section of the game where people just converse about the balancing of the game. I honestly, trust me, I understand we have a balancing team, but I'm saying that they just need to handpick people that also play the game and go, look, this is what we're thinking about. You guys test it. You guys give us your thoughts. We'll put it on the TTS. We'll collect those thoughts, and then we will make a complete agreement on that. I feel like the pro workshops are kind of underutilized right now. Like they've stopped quite a few things in their path, but they've also had quite a few wrong takes. I'm saying the pros, for instance, like Kali. Kali's not broken at all. She's terrible. Everyone's like, oh, the gun one hits downs you. Where's it been in Pro League at all? The only person I've seen successful with that gun at all in the game is Thomas. And that's in Pro 10s, not even like actual competitive play. I haven't seen anyone just light the world on fire with that sniper rifle. And honestly, I feel like it's the scope. The scope is just terrible on that gun. So bad. And I just feel like we need to have more direction with the balancing of the game. That's all.
Yeah, and
I feel like it's all over the place.
I've gone on diatribes about this as well in the past. I feel like another one's warranted, but I don't really want to full send it.
It's not even worth. I honestly feel like it's just wasted breath at this point. Like they're doing their best, and that's great.
Can doors and windows work though?
Dude,
can they please work? Like, I usually don't rag on the game too hard.
How bad do you think they have to feel that they, after so long, fix the soft destruction shit with the doors where you punch it and the piece of wood stays there? They fix it, and then that breaks the game again. I feel terrible for them, dude. Like anything that they're like, this is an improvement. It's like, oh, here's 7 other problems. We have people getting shot through solid concrete on Pro League.
True. That was also funny and horrifying.
I feel terrible for the devs, dude.
I think I feel worse.
I feel terrible for them
being forced to play on this patch.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
Like the number of times I've thrown a drone or tried to enter through a window or door or even thrown a grenade or Zofia lifeline, and it's just hit an invisible wall and either killed me or I rubber band 7 times. Like, I just want to put my fist through a monitor that something that's worked properly for 4.5 years just doesn't anymore, and we're just cool with that. Like, we're just cool with that now. Okay, it's good to know. Like, I guess I'll wait for the next update to start fucking up being able to see. You know, you say Bird Box Challenge. Suddenly you're playing the round blind. Have fun. Like, I don't know, man. Are we just cool with this now? Are we just cool with mute?
Dude, I already know it. They're gonna implement one of these changes from TTS. Mute's gonna bug out, and when one of your cameras gets muted, it's gonna mute your whole entire computer. All of it is gonna be gone. You're gonna have no audio. You're not gonna be able to see. It's just gonna be scramble, and you're gonna have to play like that. That's what it's gonna be. No.
It's in a brutal condition right now. The game is. It's in a brutal condition.
So hard.
The hacker problem is not getting any better. That's for goddamn sure.
That one's even worse than it usually is right now.
I think it's mostly because of quarantine. Like, mostly. I think it's just too many shitheads at home right now with nothing to do.
I think want to waste money on a charm and fake stats. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Why would? Okay, my question is, why wouldn't you just want to actually be good at the game and just put in like some effort in your pastime instead of going, hey, I'm going to sit here for, think about this, 7 hours, stack with my friends that are also cheating and just be like, oh, ha, ha, I'm having so much fun. I'm trolling. You're achieving nothing.
Yeah,
Like it isn't like, hey man, I grinded out. Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Even then, it's still like you can possibly get sued by Ubisoft for that. And it's a real possibility.
Yeah, they already did it once.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like if you make enough money, they'll be like, "Oh, this warrants you getting sued. Have fun with this. You owe us money for breaking this and infringing upon our contracts." So, because when you guys accept the terms and conditions, that is in there, and they can sue you for that because you broke terms and conditions.
Yeah, I'm just I'm waiting for the next one, man. I'm waiting for the next update to hopefully fix some of this shit we've been yelling about. And I think you're 100% right. I think yelling about anything right now is just yelling at the wind.
It's pointless. I mean, they already know. That's the thing. You know what I mean? Like
there's
not
no
like,
way they don't. I'm just a little upset at how long it's gone on for. That's the part that's starting to piss me off.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna say this and we'll move on. All right.
All right.
We don't have heartless devs.
No,
we don't. They love this community so much, and this community means a lot to a lot of people. Like I just broke a year for commentary for esports when I went full time. So like this game specifically has created a lot of careers inside of esports and video games and video game production, all that kind of stuff. They have a heart for this game. They really do. 100%. I think that the main thing that's difficult about this game for them is that they cannot implement changes very fast. Everyone is praising Riot for, oh my God, they're listening to professional players and yada, yada, yada. I'm going to be as blunt as I can possibly be, as I usually am. Valorant is a 1.6 reskin with Overwatch characters. That's literally what it is. It's Counter-Strike 1.6 with Overwatch characters. And it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. But we're dealing with a game that is over 70 gigs now. What is it, like 92 or some crazy shit like that? It's a fucking huge game. You want to know how big Valorant is? 7 gigabytes. It's got 3 maps.
It did not take very long to download that shit.
No, it's a 7 gig game, dude. It's a Counter-Strike remastered into an Overwatch type game with more utility. That's it. They have a very minuscule amount of characters. We have over 50. Like you can't compare the two. You can't. It's literally impossible. I could literally have 10 versions of Valorant downloaded on my computer. 10. And it would still be smaller than Rainbow Six Siege. And you're going to ask people to cut through that code and, fix things right on a dime? That's not going to happen. It's just not. I'm sorry.
On a dime is wishful thinking.
Within
a whole Pro League split on a patch where doors don't work is I'm starting to get mad about it.
I will agree in that regard. I will agree in that regard. But just to defend them, even at this point, I still believe, and again, this is not confirmed. This is just me pissing into the wind. I still believe that at the base, the game is just spaghetti. I really do. Because the game was Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege was created because they stopped production on Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Patriots. I literally had that game pre-ordered at GameStop. I remember this because my dad and I played Vegas and Vegas 2. Pre-order that. They're like, hey, here's your money back. They're not making the game anymore. I'm like, all right, awesome. And then Siege came out and I got the beta because I was like, hey, I love, Rainbow Six games. And that's how I got into it. But I really think at the base, they were just like, hey, it's a game that we need to produce and let's go. And then all of a sudden it blew up because it was different from everything else on the scene. And they've always been constantly trying to play catch up.
Oh, 100%. And
I understand it's not that you can start from the ground base.
I understand the devil's advocate thing.
Don't say devil's advocate here. You can't say that. True. Right, I forgot. we can't bring back my demons. All right. I slay one and then another one fucking pops up, man. I swear to God.
It's always how it is.
Dude, right?
Yeah. And I'm not asking for like a patch tomorrow. It would be nice. I'm not demanding anything. I'm not saying, burn down your computers and fucking never play Siege again. I'm just saying I'm starting to get kind of mad at a lot of the changes that are happening and a lot of the things that are happening with updates in general, whether it be not correcting bugs in a timely fashion or whether it be fucking around with operators that really don't look like they need a whole lot of fucking around with on the surface. Maybe there's something in the back of their mind that's leading a lot of these changes in terms of operator adjustments, but we don't know that, right? All we can do is speculate from the outside, and as someone who doesn't have all the answers and doesn't have all the information in the world, I think I've been extremely patient over the years, and I think my patience is starting to wear thin. And I think a lot of people are kind of in that same boat where it's, okay, like, oh, great, another one. Oh, great, another one. Oh, great, another one, right? It's not one thing. It's not one op change. It's not one bug. It's 4.5 years of the game just doesn't run very well at any real point. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling.
It sucks when we, look back upon clips from Siege and stuff like that, and you see like the patch that they're on, and you're like, oh yeah, that's when this was broken.
Yeah. Right?
Every single time that someone shows me a clip, I'm like, dude, that's when Doc could infinitely stim pistol.
That's when this was broken. That's when that was broken. That's when this happened, right? It sucks that we have to look back and go, wow, there's a long history of shit being broken.
And that's the shit, though. It's not even balancing changes. It's not like, League where you're like, oh, right now in the meta, this guy's busted. It's not that. It's literally just like, there's literally glitches in the game that break how the game works. It's not just like, hey, Buck's too strong right now, we're going to, fix him up a little bit. Or Jaeger's too strong right now, we're going to fix him up a bit. It's my knee is clipping to the floor on top of red, and I get shot in stock. That's what we're dealing with. You know what I mean? And it's a difficult thing. I feel for the fucking devs again, dude, because it's a huge game that they're trying to figure out the one line of code that makes that happen.
Yep.
Fuck, dude. Talk about a needle in a haystack. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And the shitty thing is like, we just handed all of the code and everything else over to a different development team. And if you guys don't know a lot about coding and that kind of stuff, everyone has kind of their own unique take on how coding goes, right? Like you have obviously there's languages inside of coding, C++, Sharp, Java, whatever you're working with, right? But everyone writes their own script in their own way. You know what I mean? So unless you know exactly what that guy's train of thought was, like building this, you are fucked trying to figure that shit out. Like could you imagine being like say some guy like has to go off to a completely different job or like just goes off the face of the earth, whatever, right? And you have to pick up the pieces and try and figure out why he coded things this way. You know how long that would take to learn that?
It'd be brutal.
How much trial and error, my guy? That's terrible. The new devs, I don't even know if they worked on the current patch that we have. But say they did, and they were like, hey, we're going to fix some of the biggest issues we've had. This door thing's been going around since forever, right? It's been since like year one, let's be honest. Every single time you punch a barricade. Well, it used to just fly out immediately, didn't it? And then they tried to fix out where it's false instead, and that's how it happened?
I think so, yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I think I specifically remember like within year one, you used to punch barricades. That wood would just like sail like a rocket. Is insane.
Yeah, but, I remember that too.
Yeah. But I honestly think that could be the product of what's happening right now. It's like, hey, we're going to fix the door issue. And then went to fix it. And the old devs were like, ha ha ha, you have fucked up, my son. Look what you've done. We'll never know.
No,
but
we'll never know.
That's the thing. I honestly think it's just them going through trial and error. Yeah.
We're talking all over each other. That's the infuriating part, though.
It's all good.
We won't know, right? We'll never get an answer as to why these things happen. They just keep happening. I think it's the exhausting part for a lot of people who try to grind this game as much as possible, but I've seen everyone so far just be in a funk, including myself, of, fuck, I want to play Siege. I really do. There's no game like it. There's no game like Siege. It's just difficult to find the motivation to play it right now with all the problems that everyone has to deal with on a daily basis, right? I feel more for the pros who this is their livelihood and, there's a lot of money on the line. And unfortunately, the game just doesn't want to cooperate right now. But I'm starting to lose a lot of the patience I once had of saying, they'll fix it in the next one. They'll fix it in the next one. It's okay. I've said that like a lot lately. I've said it a lot. And I'm kind of tired of having to say that. And I think everyone's kind of on that same page right now when it comes to playing ranked or just playing the game in general, where you see a lot of other games like Valorant coming out obviously has a huge effect on viewership for Siege and player base for Siege. It's an entirely new game with a brand new learning curve and a whole bunch of new players interested in a brand new genre of game, right? So there's other things to distract us right now. There's just nothing quite that scratches the itch like Siege. I just wish it was in a more stable spot right now. All right, I think we've bitched about the patch enough. And the game enough.
That one was a rant and a half.
That was a bit of a rant. Yeah, we kind of went on there. We went on about a bitch.
Yeah. Something about a bitch. Something about a bitch. What time are we at right now?
Like a little over an hour. Hour 20.
Oh, shit. They'll kill us if we don't make 2, won't they?
Will you guys kill us if we don't make 2 or just call it right now? I don't know. Do we have anything else we need to talk about, though? Anything we can talk about?
I mean, there's always stuff for us to talk about. We can kind of just rant on. They'll probably get mad at us if we haven't made a fucking episode for what, like 5 months now, 6 months now. When did you do the self one?
Solo. That was right before USN, so about 6 months ago. Yeah. I'll go check YouTube for the date.
It'd be December though, wouldn't it?
Be
4 months.
Nope. November 12th.
Oh my god.
So exactly 5 months ago now.
Dude, I'm getting fucking old. I'm 23 now, dude. I feel like I'm like 17 still. It's weird. It's so weird.
I hate feeling old. And yet I feel older every single day.
Dude, when that whole meme started about, when you turn 23, now you're the support player, I was like, oh, please don't say that.
Oh, it's so true. Oh, it's so true. I can't hit shots anymore. I can't do anything anymore, man.
My shot's still half decent.
I'm a boomer in this game now.
You're okay, listen. Your shot's only fucked because you play fucked. You play so weird, dude. It is not.
Yes, it is.
Oh my god. Guys, if you made it this far, next time that you're in Flynn's stream, just ask him to show you how he plays.
Oh, it's
fantastic. Ask him to show you his hands.
It's fantastic.
It is the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It's great.
And that is why your shot's fucked up. And that's why sometimes you hit the craziest shots that no one would ever think anybody could possibly hit with an SMG-11. That's why you hit them. It's because you just play like a weirdo. I don't get it. Like, you're ready for like the most inopportune moments. But when the opportune moments happen, you're like, nah. No, I don't want it easy. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Has to be a 1v4 or nothing. I don't give a shit.
I don't know. The other thing I've been thinking about is the ADS time change.
It's really weird.
Has anyone been happy with that? Like, I feel like I'm just so slow all the time now.
I've actually been playing a lot more Zofia recently because of that.
Yeah, Zoe Angled is pretty solid.
Yeah. Yeah. And the M762, great gun. Great gun.
I will say it makes sense from a balancing standpoint to slow it down with the vert grip to make the angle grip useful. Because, like, before this change, not many people were running angled on just about anything. You know, it was there were a few exceptions to the rule, but mostly you run a vert grip if you could. Now it's like there's actual trade-offs. I just don't like it for the kind of weapons like the SMG-11 where you don't have a choice and you don't have a whole lot of control and you don't have a long magazine, so you gotta react quickly. And the ADS time change on that weapon specifically has been annoying to deal with. I don't know. It's not my favorite change they've made. I know they put it back to where it used to be. That's all well and good, but I kind of liked it faster. I don't know. I kind of liked it.
It made the game more fun.
I think it made it a lot more explosive, too. A lot more flashy. I was looking back on, remember Nello's clutch?
Yeah.
Tokoname? I was looking back on that, and he's gridlock with a vert grip on the F90. He does not hit that shot if he doesn't have, or if the ADS time is where it's at right now, and he has a vert grip. Right? So you lose some of those crazy, incredible, explosive moments, and I don't know. I think it makes the game a lot harder to consume as a newer person. Things don't look as exciting. And especially with this meta right now, where everyone's taking their sweet fucking time. You got 2 minutes and 40 seconds of bullshit and 20 seconds of people popping off, and that's also difficult to follow. I don't like that either.
I think that the main thing for me with that Wait, what the fuck were we even talking about? Hold on.
I don't know.
Uh,
I'm just saying.
oh, we were talking about the ADS time change. That's what we were
ADS
talking about. What the Jesus, Mary, dude. Why does the one podcast back where they're like, yeah, guys, just don't fuck this up? Or like, yeah, we're gonna record it at 2 a.m. It's a great idea. Oh my god,
geniuses, Sam.
We're so smart. I think that people literally just listen to the podcast just to see how botched we're gonna make it.
Probably,
honestly. But anyways, I honestly think that they just need to give everybody the option to run angle grip.
It'd be nice.
Like again, it has its downfalls, like you said, but it would make things more fun. I would love playing Ash again with the R4C. I'm sorry, but the G36C is fucking garbage. I will never use that gun. The thing is ass. You cannot tell me that a gun that literally shoots like a 5.56 round in real life, you're gonna tell me that like this recoil is just that much harsher than the R4C when it does less damage and has a slower fire rate. That makes sense. Like I understand, like obviously it's a video game that has no pretension to real life at all, but to have a gun that has a lower fire rate and also a lower amount of damage overall than the other gun, and then you're like, oh, we got it, we're just going to take the ACOG away from the R4C and that's going to make people want to use it more. No, it's not. The gun is ass. As a shit recoil pattern, they're completely random, and then you throw an angled grip on it because it's the only good attachment on the whole gun. And then that just makes it fucking worse. The gun is garbage. Fix the other gun if you want people to use the G36C. I honestly feel like if you want to make the R4C this close range weapon, then you should give it angled grip. Why doesn't it have angled grip? And I know this is coming from the Ash main, whatever, right? But just come on, man. Like there has to be some flashy aspects of the game. It really does, because otherwise it's like watching soccer. I'm not gonna sit down and watch soccer for 90 minutes and no one scores.
I guess something we can talk about, even though it means basically nothing, is Challenger League.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This season of Challenger League is just fucking pointless. There's no promotion. Everyone's just gonna disband after.
Was there ever promotion?
From Challenger League, yeah.
No, no. I'm talking about. No, I thought you were talking about promotion of the, not promotion from the league. I'm talking about promotion from.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, no.
No. No, I get what you're getting at now.
I think there's some Twitter account that a bunch of the CL players in EU made themselves just to be able to tweet out like fucking results clips and stuff. Yeah, like for the love of fucking God, is it 11 seasons now of Challenger League where we just. They're just thrown in the garbage. I don't know.
Sucks, dude.
I haven't paid attention at all to Challenger League this season. I was just going to look through the rosters and see who I thought was going to do better or worse. In North America, obviously, X-Rise. I guess they're known as Vanquish Gaming now. Didn't know they got picked up.
Oh, yeah, I saw they got picked up. Yeah.
That's cool to know. I'd expect them to do well. PogChamp's doing pretty well now after losing their first 2 games. I saw that on Twitter. I don't know. I thought CL would be fun to talk about, but now I'm just finding this all very pointless. Honestly, it's even more pointless than the fucking Pro League games. There's just nothing on the line. The standings don't really matter other than cash, and the cash isn't really all that life changing.
Wrap that one up with the bow, didn't you?
Yeah, I guess if I go check out EU, CL as well, what's going on here? Who are the teams? Diffuse Kids is in first. Who the fuck is that?
Diffuse Kids is
the Trust Gaming guys.
Yep, yeah. Old Trust.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad they're doing well because they've been in CL for a hot fucking minute and haven't been able
Apparently they're working with Cernab now or something like that. He's coaching them.
On Wikipedia it says he's their coach.
Hey.
Who else is here? Sisu. They're still here. How are they doing? Not great. 1-1 and 2. Although it's early days. There's still 5 play days left, it looks like. Secret as well. I guess Team Secret.
What a fucking travesty. I don't want to talk about that. I don't like that one hurts my heart.
It does. Are they ever going to get out of Challenger League?
Absolutely not.
Like honestly,
I love those guys so much too, dude. Like honestly, those guys are sweethearts. They're sweethearts, and they were playing so well. That shit just got shot into a sun, dude.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. UCL should be more competitive, I would imagine, than NA. NA is... Because also there was that whole thing where the Sonics pulled out of Challenger League. And I'm not going to say definitively what's going on with that, but again, you've all seen the Reddit posts and the tweets and shit. So they had to pull in teams that lost in quals just to fill up the spots in North America. And some of these teams are not fantastic, to say the least. Not exactly shocked. A lot of these teams are not doing very well. Trying not to be mean, but at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I hope Secret does well, though. I do want to see
I really do, man. I want them out so
League.
bad, but again, it's one of those things where you've hoped and wished for so long that they would do well, and you've prayed for their success.
Yep.
And it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. It's insane to me how far things have come in like the last year with Siege. There's been so many changes.
Yeah.
I feel like I blinked and all of a sudden we're here. It's crazy.
Yeah, things kind of flipped on a dime, especially when all the talk of the new changes started happening. Like around SI with all the announcements of the global program they want to do and stuff. Seems like everyone.
I'm still fucking pissed at you for that.
What?
You didn't go to fucking SI?
No.
Made me fucking deal with Chase by myself. Fuck you.
You're welcome. No, I did not attend SI. I stayed home and watched it from the comfort of my couch, high out of my mind.
Very nice.
The best way to do it.
Hey, I mean, you do your thing, my dude. You do your thing.
I mean, realistically, it was the first SI I got to watch from home since the original one. I was at the second one, casted the third one, finally got to be able to stay home and watch the fourth one.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to sit at home, because I hadn't done that, actually. You and I, in 2019, we hit almost every event on the calendar for work.
Yeah,
so we never really got to stay home and just watch an event. We were always at them, which is a very nice thing, don't get me wrong. It's very nice to have a lot of work and be able to have the privilege to go and cast those things, but I forgot what it was like to just sit at home with the laptop on the couch and just fucking chill and watch some Siege.
I think it's a couple of things. I think that it really puts things into perspective for us now, especially with like what happened with you and now COVID-19 for me.
Yeah.
We're so fucking privileged. It's insane.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah. And like, I could not be more grateful. I honestly couldn't. Like, I'm getting to travel around the world for a video game just because, I have a nice voice, I guess. Right. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I'm not the best fucking commentator in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not. I'm working on it. I think I've gotten better.
B-leaguers. We're not great.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I've made strides at least. You know what I mean? In my own success from I'll put it this way. I am definitely a better commentator than I was at SI19.
That is very fair.
Very fair. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say is I'll praise myself a little bit, but I know that, there's still a very long road ahead of me. I think it's crazy that they still invite me to all these fucking crazy places when there are so many better options. Fucking Ace and Des proved that at SI fucking 20, dude. Those guys are great commentators. So fucking great. And the thing, I think something that you said a long time ago to me was, I just never want to be that burden when I commentate.
Exactly. You never want to be.
I never want to be that burden. And that's when you told me that, dude, I'm not going to lie to you. That inspired me to work on what I needed to work on. Like, it inspired me to, not try and be like this fucking centerpiece. Because when you start this shit, you're like, oh my God, I have to do all this stuff. I have to tweet. I have to do this. I have to do that. It's ridiculous. And all of a sudden you're drowning in all this stuff and what you should be and where you fucked up and all this stuff. And you spiral. It's a very difficult thing to fight. But when we talked about that, and especially recently, that's just really echoed for me, man. So I wanted to tell you I appreciate that and the conversations that we have about that shit. And you always tell me like, hey, like I know we're going through this shit, but there's stuff on the other side. It's all gonna be good. Just get through the shit. Don't worry about the bullshit. Just work on the stuff you need to work on, and everything will be good. Because it honestly hasn't steered me wrong yet. It really hasn't. Like I'm somebody.
That's all it is.
Yeah, and that's the thing about like for me is I'm my biggest critic. Like huge. I honestly don't like myself, dude. Like about like commentary and stuff like that. Like when I go back and listen to it, I don't like it.
Oh yeah, I hate hearing myself cast. Hate it.
Yeah, it's a hard thing. And then as you know, when somebody else is like, dude, they're fucking terrible, you're like, oh my God, man. Like this, it reinforces your hate in yourself. You know what I mean? It's a hard thing. It's a difficult thing. But like getting over that hump finally and just being like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do me. It's helped out a lot. I think you can tell that instead of just like this podcast. Like I'm not all over the place. I can actually construe a sentence. I'm not a raging dickhead. So
fair.
Well, you kind of offset that as well because you're a raging dickhead.
I try.
So, but yeah, man, it's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing that we were able to achieve, especially with how quickly you and I achieved it. I mean, like the crazy thing for me is just the statistically through other games and stuff like that, this shit doesn't happen.
No.
It's somebody that's been a commentator for 5 fucking years that's worked 7 other games and they're commentating, you know, the new game like Valorant. Golden Boy's already commentating it. You know, like that's Golden Boy's thing. Golden Boy is an amazing host, amazing commentator. I would love to have him in Siege again. I absolutely would.
Same.
But he can commentate anything.
Yep.
But instead they're like, hey, this fuck ass homeless looking guy from Canada and this dipshit that literally has been working in a factory for 4 years and just commentates on the weekends. We're going to pick these guys. It's the same thing that happened to Parker. The same thing happened. He commentated for 3 months for CCS and like, hey, you're going to fly to Poland.
Yep.
What?
It's weird, man. I look back on like the whole ride and it looks like the ride's done for me. So I can actually kind of put it on like a storyboard and kind of see where it all went and where it went up and where it went down and stuff. And looking back on it, yeah, it's insane. I went from fucking casting IEG in my bedroom to casting the first iteration of the Canadian Nationals within 3 months. And then another 3 months later, I was doing DreamHack Montreal. And then a month later, it's USN, and then it's SI. Like, it just fucking exploded out of nowhere. And it happened for all of us. Like, we were all completely out of our depth in the beginning.
Dude, so I met depth. You. When did I meet you? I met you after you casted DreamHack Montreal. We casted a CCS game on Coastline.
Yes, sir. I remember that. That was a qualifier game. It wasn't even a real game.
Yep.
Those were qualifier CCS game quals, and we were just fucking around having fun, man.
Got off of a 15-hour shift at the factory up the road where I worked for my dad. Came home, sat down. They're like, hey, the commentator that was supposed to cast with Flynn isn't here. Can you commentate with him? And I was like, okay. Just got off of a, whatever hour shift.
Bro,
at work, but fuck it, whatever.
I still think one of my favorite casts ever was for CCS. It was the day I got salmonella. So I was in the early stages of salmonella. I had a burning fever. I was sweating like fucking dog. I was fucking about to throw up. I did throw up a couple times, actually, throughout the cast on the night. But literally, I got through it all. It was bad, but I got through it all. I think that VOD's still on YouTube somewhere. And I literally signed off by saying, I'm going to the hospital. Fuck off. I went to the hospital that night, and they were like, you have a flu. And I was like, you motherfuckers, I've had the flu before. Find something else. And they were like,
this
okay.
This is salmonella?
They were like, yeah, you got salmonella, dumbass. You ate uncooked chicken. I was like, I ordered from Harvey's. I'm literally going to go murder whatever fucking 17-year-old acne-faced dipshit dipped his testicles in my chicken burger before sending it to me.
Just call it a fucking chicken burger?
It was a chicken burger. What for me?
What the fuck?
It was a buffalo chicken burger. It's what I always get from Harvey's. For anyone not in Canada, Harvey's is a Canadian burger chain.
Why do they not just call it a chicken sandwich like everybody else?
I don't know. It's a chicken burger. Go fuck yourself. I got salmonella from it.
That is so random. No wonder you got us a fucking chicken burger. What the fuck?
I've had them before. They're good. You come here, I'll buy you some buffalo chicken sandwiches from Harvey's. You'll never want to leave here again. But yeah, I think that's one of my favorites. And I miss that kind of like bullshitty energy we used to have on like the amateur casts and stuff.
Dude, what a time to be alive.
Those were so fun, man.
Oh my God. I miss not okay, let me tee this up a little bit better.
All right.
The thing that I miss most about our amateur casting and just amateur casting in general is being able to say really whatever you want at the end of the day and have no repercussions for it.
Very true. Say whatever
It
the
is
fuck you
so
want on a
great.
cast and no one
Dude,
would say
it was
shit.
so fun. You can literally just be like, I have no idea what this
Yep.
guy is doing. Terrible player.
Yep.
And no one would care. Now you're like, I don't know about this play. And like, what the fuck do you know about the game? You fucking shit.
Yeah.
I'll have you know I graduated top of my class.
I'm a Navy SEAL with 38 confirmed kills.
Oh my God, Flynn, I had a guy try and leak my fucking address. He came into my fucking Twitch chat as my old address. He looked up my fucking name on White Pages, found my old address, and made it as his Twitch name.
Oh no. Oh no.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
it's not that serious.
There's going to be a lot of people listening to this who
Oh my
maybe not
God.
understand where we're coming from. As a couple of people who've been in the public eye for a long time now, it's very different. It's very different. I'm sure there are
Bro, I
plenty
can't
of you
even
out
be
there.
me and get mad at a video game without someone calling me a fucking piece of shit. It's crazy.
It's a different
It's
world.
crazy.
I know there's a lot of people out there who look at the lifestyle and look at the fame and look at, Twitter followers and all that shit and go, wow, it'd be nice to have. Understand that everything has a cost. It does mentally tax you, always worrying about, and not even just like focusing on it, just in the back of your mind that someone's going to clip something you said or
It's
take
subconscious.
something you said out of context and, there's going to be a bitch fight about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's always there. So if you're ever scrolling through Twitter and seeing someone getting a little heated about some backlash, just understand that if someone said the same thing about you, you'd probably get mad about it as well. Right?
Mhm.
I hate that kind of mentality where if you're in the public eye, someone can come at you and you can't hit back. Because you just look like the asshole 1,000% of the time. There's no
That's what I'm
there's no
saying.
saving that.
Oh my God.
Like you just
Dude,
got to
that's-
take it and shut the fuck up. And
It's so hard.
it's a
Flynn.
hard lesson to learn. It's a hard thing to
Dude.
do, especially as someone who grew up playing a lot of traditional sports where if someone ran their mouth, you kind of got to run your mouth back at them. And it's a nice
Yep.
little banter, and it's understood that that's all it is, right? I went off on fucking the whole NVK Achieve drama on Twitter on my stream as well. Just saying, basically, like, guys, let them beak if they want to beak. Just make sure it ends at game day, right?
Exactly.
Play your game, finish your game, and it's fucking done. And people in my chat be like, nah, they got to shit talk after. They got to keep her going. It's like, no. You guys clearly have not been in a situation before where you've been shit talking someone in the same kind of profession as you, especially around a sport. You run your mouth as much as you want, but as soon as that whistle blows or as soon as that buzzer goes and game's done, you shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
You win or you lose, you put it all in the field and you're done. And
I don't understand why people replace put passion in there with that. Like when someone's passionate about a game and they're just like, we need to get this shit fucking fixed. This is what we need to do. Let's make these adjustments. Let's win this fucking game. And they're like, that guy's a terrible human. He's a dickhead. You're like, okay.
It's a different world. It's a very different world.
It hurts, dude.
Let me tell you, it's been nice being in the fucking background for the last 6 months. Let me tell you, as much as my whole situation sucks ass, it has been nice to have no one fucking talk about me for 6 months. Let me tell you. It has been a fucking relief to just wake up every day and not worry about what's on Twitter and not worry about what's on Reddit and not worry about anything. Honestly, it's been nice. I'll be honest. It's a sucky situation, but it's been nice not having people talk about me.
I think that the worst part about all of it, the worst part, is that no matter what you say, no matter what you do, it is completely out of your hands as to how people take it.
True. Very true.
It is the fucking worst.
You can mean one thing and have it come off another way to some person. And if that's your first impressions last, they really do.
Of course.
So if someone who doesn't follow you or something and they see a tweet on their timeline because someone liked it or retweeted it or responded to it or something, that's the first impression you get, and you take it a way that the author of the tweet didn't intend, that kind of first impression sticks in the back of your mind, even if they clarify things. You're still thinking in the back of your mind, oh, okay, I understand where you're coming from, but you seem like a dickhead, right?
Exactly.
So that kind of stuff, it sticks with you, and it's hard because, yeah, you have no control over how they take it. You have no control over what kind of inflection they read it with. You can mean an entirely different thing with the same words in a tweet, and someone will take it the opposite direction that you wanted it to go.
Yeah. I mean, I had a very, very great example recently while streaming. Ready for this one?
Sure.
So, a couple things to notate first. Yes, I'm a very competitive dickhead. I will completely come out and say that. I've been able to analyze it and say, yes, I am the guy in the stack that when we fuck things up, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? We need to make these fixes. And it always happens with my friend group because everyone just kind of wants to bait each other and get kills and have the flashy plays. And I'm like, we need the Thatcher player. We need this. We need that. Let's stop being a bunch of just idiots that are sitting in, a Discord call for literally zero reason. Let's play as a team because when you put, you get the 5 stack together, you assume teamwork. But as we all know, that's not going to happen. Right. Well, we played a Valorant 10-man. Right. Played it on stream, played it up against a couple of my friends after I played a couple of Valorant 10-mans like earlier in the day. And then I played one later on with a couple other of my friends and some other people that were just like invited that like a couple of acquaintances invited. Right. Mm-hmm. So we get into it. And of course, since it's a 10-man and I'm playing up against friends, like I'm talking shit the whole time. You know what I mean? Like all chats getting rung up the whole time. Like slam somebody, hit the question marks, like all the good stuff. Right. Mm-hmm. And of course, since it's a 10-man and I'm playing, I have all of my own personal friends on my team. Like I chose the team. I was like, all right, cool. We're going to play with these guys. And we lost a couple rounds of my guys. We make these fucking adjustments. Like we're not pinching out mid. We're not talking about this. Let's get this fucking ball rolling. What the fuck are we doing? Right. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, after everything's said and done, like we had set like a couple of pre-established things. Things were broken. We had people clipping out of the map on the other team, playing Raze after we were like, yo, like let's not play Raze anymore. She's a broken character. Player again. So like I'm already, you know me, Flynn. I'm already at like a point where I'm just like, okay, these guys are just being fucking dickheads to be dickheads. Like there's no other thing. We've already had the conversation. Like you're just being a fucking dickhead to be a dickhead, which is perfectly fine. But after that, we get done with this whole game and I'm like, I'm just gonna go play matchmaking. Like my I'm not in the greatest of moods, right? It's whatever. Like, but I just want to go play matchmaking and play with my friends and get back to, having a good time. This guy on the other team proceeds to start spamming ape in the chat about everyone. Like literally anything that you do, ape, you're all apes, ape, which as you know, taken out of context is a completely racist thing to say. And I was like, dude, please don't say that. Like, don't say that. Like I'm a partnered Twitch streamer. I don't want to, have somebody that's like, what the fuck, or doesn't like me report my shit. And then I get banned on Twitch because that's my job. If I get banned on Twitch, my career is completely over. I cannot be seen on a Twitch stream. My voice cannot be heard. Nothing. Nothing at all. That's what happened to Zoronic. He got a week ban and he couldn't come to USN.
Yep.
That it's my entire livelihood. All of it. So it's a crazy thing to hit the start button and realize anything that you say and do could completely fuck you for the rest of your life. Think about that for a second.
The irony is not lost on me. Don't worry, Sam.
Oh yeah.
The irony is not lost on me.
No, I know that you know. But like after this whole thing happened, and I had people try to explain to me how this is not a racist thing and how Twitch could not get me in trouble for it, I had to just blatantly be like, dude, listen, I understand the politics of like behind this whole thing and that, I'm a white person and that the other people can say it and I can't. I'm a fucking white male and whatever. I get it, right? I get cancel culture. I get all that shit. But for you to try and disrespect me and tell me that my livelihood doesn't fucking matter because, it's this and it's that to me, it doesn't matter. It completely matters what Twitch thinks. It doesn't matter what I think, what you think, what anybody else thinks. If Twitch looks at that and goes, yeah, that guy's being racist and Stokes didn't do anything about it, I just lost my job because you're a fucking idiot.
Yep. And there's no controlling it, right?
There's none. And like, I've already been trying to like pull out my emotions from playing games because for a long time, like I was that competitive guy. I played COD competitively, Halo competitively, Siege competitively, all of these games where when it's a first person shooter, I want to do the best. I want to do the best. And it's a hard thing to kind of turn off and on. So yeah, I act like a dickhead and I know that like I'm that guy in the fucking 10-man lobby that's talking shit. I get it. Right. But it's the same as it's always been. After the game's over, you won or I won. And it's like, hey man, it was a great fucking game. And we move on.
Yep.
And it seems like people have lost that nowadays, which sucks because that's kind of my bread and butter. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's a hard switch to turn off once again. So it's something that I've been like trying to fight with recently, where it's one of those things where you can truly just ruin everything at the drop of a hat. Just a drop of a hat, dude. Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So, while you talk about this, because I'm sure you want to air out something, I'm gonna go grab water. So just catch me up when I get back, and I'll be back in like 45 seconds.
I don't really have anything to talk about.
All right, well, just talk about something. Talk about something.
Okay, gonna talk about
something. You do whatever you want to do. Just know that I'm not. Listen here, anyone from anything of importance that could possibly be concerning my job. Just realized I was not here when Flynn said this. Okay. I'll be back.
God damn it. I don't know. What should I talk about, boys? Probably SI. I know there's going to be a lot of questions about SI and all the shit that went down and all the teams that did what. So yeah, I was watching SI. I don't know. It was interesting. There were some upsets, but I thought a lot of the games were just much better as a whole. Much more competitive games at SI, especially than Raleigh. Raleigh was a letdown in terms of like the quality of the actual games. SI I thought was a really, really good event in terms of storylines and the games. Obviously, SSG winning Our Hill to Die On. I saw someone ask, are we going to do a whole episode based on SSG winning SI? No. No. Are we going to rub it in your face a little bit that they were the hill to die on for the longest time? Maybe. I will say it's nice to see Troy lift another hammer. That was really cool to see. I even DM'd him after, so I was happy for him. It was a cool sight to see, getting to see Space Station. Space Station's a fucking incredible organization as well. So to see them get to lift the hammer and have control of that and be known as the world champions again for a couple of those guys, Bosco and Troy, and for the newbies as well, it was good to see. I was impressed by NIP as well. I really thought they had a damn good showing, and I think it kind of justified my belief in them heading into Tokoname before the whole visa shit, in terms of them having the star power to be able to compete with the best of the best. Yeah, it was a damn good event. It was really cool to see a North American and LATAM team in the grand finals as well, instead of always seeing a European team there. That was nice to see. I don't know. SI was it was a good event. I thought it was really entertaining to watch as a spectator. I thought it was really, really entertaining in terms of the games. I think there was a much better job as well from everyone in terms of social media engagement and getting some clips out there, like the Troy clip as well. That's pretty legendary. I don't think anything.
Fucking really, little shits.
I don't think anyone's really.
I came back at the perfect time.
Clip, in terms of just how fucking awesome it is.
It's amazing, and the fact that anyone called him toxic right there just made me so sad.
Oh yeah, shut the fuck up. If you don't like dude, that, go away. Go away, man. That's what I live for, man. That's what I fucking
love
live
it.
For.
Oh
Inject Troy screaming, "You're using Twitch, Geo," into my veins.
I love how light it is because they already like yelled out like all of his lung capacity.
Yep.
He's like, "You're using Twitch, Geo. You're using Twitch." It's so good, dude.
He's yelling until he can't anymore.
Oh, dude, I'm actually really worried about posting a YouTube video really soon.
Yeah.
My editor cut Troy and I screaming like the same lines because like I like after the whole thing happened, I had like a decent up play against Cross because I played Cross Archon in ranked on Villa. He banned Ash and he banned Jaeger. He was like trying to drop double digits. I was like done, right? So I just played G8A1 and like a bunch of like ratty ass guns to drop double digits. Played Maestro. I never played Maestro, stuff like that, right? And I played Pulse on Kitchen. I got a 1v3 clutch at the end, and of course I had the ump, so I popped off, and I stood up on my chair, did the whole thing, and like at the end I was like, oh, I didn't realize they let shitters into this fucking game, right? And I'm giving Cross shit. I play with Cross all the time, but I'm so scared to post that video and people see that and be like, Stokes is a terrible human being because he said that.
Bro, do I have to bring up my own clips of me screaming at people?
Dude, I'm being honest, man. Like we have, Listen, we haven't done a podcast in so long, and I just want to be real about shit, man. Like I really do. I really want to be completely transparent about, the shit that happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard, dude. And it is really fucking hard.
I can't remember what episode it was on the podcast, but I played that clip from the Challenge League qualifiers of me.
Is that the one that you sent me and you were like, we can't play this?
Yeah, we were still in the league. I don't have a problem with it now. I was shit talking Obey, now United. I was fucking laying into them, man. But like, I'm not going to Twitter after the game and shit talking them. I shit talk the fuck out of them in the moment, but it's like I ain't going to fucking Twitter or DMs or shit to continue the shit talking. I wasn't even shit talking all game. The only people that could hear me were my fucking teammates, right? Like that shit. Mm-hmm. That's just competitiveness, man. That's
if you're not calling me bad, it's not a real game.
Right? I don't know. I wish more people would at least understand that. Understand that it's not a personal attack. It's just beacon for the sake of beacon. Yeah, I can't find the clip anymore. Oh well. I think I might have deleted it.
Here. I'll send you the Dropbox and you can just go right to the end and then play it for them and you can tell me if it's bad or not. Okay?
All right.
You guys can get the first peek because only my friends have seen this.
Sneak peek time. All right. Nice little exclusive peek at Sam's new YouTube video, and that'll put us at just about 2 hours, so we'll call it right after that.
All right.
Because I know we've just been going on about nothing for the last hour.
They're somehow going to find a way to be like, you guys didn't do enough.
Yep.
You guys fucking suck. All right, I'm sending you the link in Discord.
All right.
There you go. I'll tell you where it is. I'll give you the timestamp. Hold on.
All right.
It is.
Oh God, where's the volume control?
Timestamp is 4:08.
All right.
Hold on, I think I got it. My editor is actually pretty sick. I'll let it play.
4:08. Here we go. Hopefully this isn't too loud for everyone's eardrums.
Oh my God, he's so much better. He's so much fucking better. Talk your shit, Cross! Talk your fucking shit, baby! Oh, that's right! Oh my God! Fuck!
Why am I so much fucking better than you?
You have the fucking F2! I have the worst fucking gun in the game!
I'm old as shit!
Oh my God!
God damn!
You're using twin surf!
Using a fucking ump and you fucking little shits!
Holy shit! I didn't realize they let shitters in this fucking game!
That's just golden. That's fucking golden. Anyone complains about that, go fuck yourself. That's amazing.
I thought you'd love it.
That's fucking great.
I hope Troy likes it, dude, if he sees it. Honestly.
That's fucking awesome.
I was gonna post just that section on Twitter and see what people thought, but I was like, after he sent me that, because that was like the first edit he'd ever done for me. It was because we're working on my YouTube channel together. Because he was like, hey, like, I like the streams. I think you have great content. Let's make some YouTube videos. I think my editing could really help you out. And like, you can watch the whole thing later. But dude, his editing is so fucking funny. Like, the first clip is me carving a dick into the house garage door with Maverick, and then it like flies across the screen. It's fucking hilarious. Like, his editing is fantastic. But yeah, dude, I was terrified because like that ending section, I was like, people are gonna be like, oh, Stokes is being a fucking dick to Cross Archon, and I was like, oh, great, dude, here we go. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just, again, it's all this subconscious shit. Like you never actively think about it, but then you watch the whole thing, and then it's just that little inkling of thought where it's like, what if somebody thought this?
Yep. Just got to know it's all in the fun of the game. It's nothing deeper than that. You don't need to go digging any deeper than that. It's just competitive banter. It stops at the door, right? It doesn't leave the game. It doesn't extend out into real life or DMs or any of that. It's not toxic. It's not personal. Yeah. It's just, I'm fucking better than you in this moment. I'm going to let you know it.
Exactly. And that's why I think we've said this multiple times on the podcast is like, if you have a problem with anything I've ever said ever, just DM me, dude, and talk about it. Like, I promise you, I'm not as big of a dick as I seem. I'm a very laid back human being. It just so happens to be that Siege is kind of the catalyst for me to be a fucking asshole. It really is. Like, it is. I'll admit it, dude. I can be a complete fucking dickhead. I really can.
Yep.
But like,
everyone can.
I'm a very laid back guy when it comes to just hanging out and chilling. I'll literally talk about anything. I'll do whatever. But like, trying to get shit figured out in the public eye is a hard thing, dude. And I will sincerely apologize to anyone that I've been a dick to or have wronged in the past. Honestly, like from the bottom of my heart. I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm really not. I'm here to just because I so happen to love Rainbow Six Siege and have a face for radio. That's a good one right there, huh? You like that?
Very true. I feel that. On a fucking emotional level.
If I don't get a barber soon, I'm gonna look like you. I'm gonna kill myself.
Honestly, I'm letting it all grow, man.
I'm not actually gonna kill myself, by the way. I promise.
We're gonna go full caveman here. We're going.
Let's not have anybody take that out of context, right?
True. Yeah.
Let me back that one up. I would sincerely hate myself.
There you go.
If I looked like Flynn. Is that better? I think that's better.
That's better, yeah. It's understandable, you know. If you looked like me, I'd understand the inclination to go find a
Shut
noose.
the fuck up.
All right, guys.
I don't need to find one. I got the power of YouTube, man.
True.
This is a DIY project.
Oh no! I just saw the funniest meme on Twitter the other day. It was memeing all the people on Instagram like trying to learn how to cook because of quarantine.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like throwing out fucking all these awful ass meals on Instagram. Like, look what I made. I'm special and I made this. And I can just imagine you changing the meme into a noose instead of like an ice cream sundae or something. Look what I did. Look what I made. I'm proud.
No. In case you guys are wondering what Flynn and I's true humor is like,
yeah,
you found it. There you go.
Dark as fuck.
It's absolutely terrible.
Oh no, that's who I forgot. The Tinder Safari girl.
Oh,
fuck.
Okay.
All right. If you stayed this long,
why? Hold on. Why did this bridge like this?
You'll understand in a second. You'll understand in a second. Okay. If anyone's made it this far, you have earned the Tinder Safari story. Okay, not of a lifetime, but it's pretty solid. So, as you know, I don't message people first on Tinder. They always come to me or we just don't talk. That's how it goes. So this chick DMs me on Tinder after we match and she goes, "Are you a toaster? Because I'd like to take a bath with you." The next 17 messages were all suicide jokes.
That is fantastic. That is my kind of person.
Oh, it was fucking incredible. All the suicide jokes.
Listen.
Let me see if I can find some.
While you look for that,
yeah.
I'm just gonna say this little piece real quick. Just for the sake of saying it, just for the sake of argument. I know that a lot of things in current day have gotten to the point where a lot of things are taken extremely seriously. But the one thing that you can never take seriously in life is comedy. If someone is clearly joking, clearly, by the way, not like, oh yeah, like, I just so happen to say racist jokes every 5 minutes. I'm so funny. There's a big difference, right? But the thing is that comedy is comedy. When it comes down to it, comedy is comedy. If you don't like that sense of humor, don't associate yourself with it and move on with your day. It's not that they're doing anything wrong. It's the fact that when someone says something along those lines or makes some joke and you're like, oh, that shit offends me, that's exactly why that's not your sense of humor. You understand? And obviously there is lines that can be crossed and everything else. Like everyone knows that. But if you straight up are like, this guy is joking, but I'm going to be offended anyways. Come on, dude. That's like going to a comedy show and being like, I don't like this guy's jokes. He offended me. It's like, then you're going to the wrong comic. Like that. Yeah. Everyone's got flavors, man. Everyone's got flavors. It just so happens that our flavors happen to be centered around terrible, terrible humor. Like that. That's it. That's it. I got raised by a bunch of guys in a cornfield, dude. Like, I don't know what else you want from me, man. I'm sorry. It's a hard world we live in with certain things, man.
Mm-hmm.
Hard world we live in. You can go back and you can watch, comics from all the way from like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's the most straightforward dude on the fucking planet. He'll tell you how it is whenever. And people still get offended by that guy when he says jokes. It's like, what? How does that make any sense? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. I don't get it. I don't know why you would let something ruin your day like that. You know what I mean?
Okay. I found the beginning of my conversation.
All right, let's see it. I'm ready.
She said,
I filled enough time, dude. I did my job.
You did your job. Excellent radio host.
Hey,
So she opens with, "Are you a toaster? Because I'd like to take a bath with you." And I said, "A pretty woman wanting to commit suicide after seeing me naked isn't very shocking." I thought that was decent.
I was letting that one simmer for a second. I had.
Yeah.
Oh man.
She responded with, "That's one way to feel sparks on a kiss."
That's a description and a half.
Yeah. And I said, "Are we planning a date or a double suicide?"
Jesus. Oh my god.
It gets into
That is not okay.
government watch lists.
Dude, my favorite thing is whenever someone makes a joke like that, I'm like, "Hello, FBI watch list."
Yep.
Like,
Oh, that's great.
Dude.
Yeah, it's those are all the good ones anyway.
Do you listen to the Ben? Not Ben. Fucking. Do you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast? Do you listen to that shit?
Not really. No.
I've started to listen to it more. It's actually pretty fucking interesting, man. He gets some interesting characters on there. I haven't commentated in a while, so I can say interesting and not feel bad about it.
Yeah. It's like our go-to word when we haven't cast in a minute.
Yeah. Oh, it feels good to say it. Oh,
All right.
So good.
Anyway, I kept talking with that chick, so.
Oh, okay.
That was like a week's worth of fucking suicide jokes back and forth.
Really?
On Tinder. Oh yeah.
And this didn't go anywhere past that.
I got her number. That's about it. We've just been talking.
Really?
Yeah.
Still talking?
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Okay.
Good for you.
I mean, I could make the same jokes in a Twitch chat.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm saying like good for you, like possible, like, you know, hang out after type thing.
Oh yeah, because in quarantine, I'm definitely gonna go meet up with some chicks.
I said meet after. That's
There
what I
you go.
said. That's what I just said. I
Excuse
said
me,
meet
ma'am.
after
Do
the
you
whole
want to
thing.
set a date for? Hold on, let me check the calendar.
August 25th.
Yeah. I don't know. It's June 2022. Does that sound?
You want to go to our local Wendy's where we can stand 6 feet apart from each other?
Yeah, it sounds real hot. Don't worry.
I can hold your air hand. Listen, I'm saying that we're listen. I'm saying we're at least decently funny. Like
We
not
try.
terribly funny, but like
We
decently
try.
funny.
We try. We really do.
I think we're just funny to each other. I think that's about it.
Yeah. I think we just talk about killing ourselves a lot, and that's fun to us.
Dude, the worst part is that I can't say half the things that I think while I'm streaming.
Oh hell no! Oh,
Like somebody rocks me and it's like I want to fucking die.
Dude,
Like
Alex literally had to DM me to fucking stop saying suicide jokes because I was going overboard one day while we were playing and streaming.
Oh
And he was like, "Flynn, please dial it in." I was like, "Okay, sorry."
Sorry, man. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Dude, this guy, oh my God. This guy kept like just destroying me on Valorant. Like I'm talking like full on sprinting AK headshot me like 8 times. Like no joke. And I'm just like, okay. And like the last time it happened, I was like, I just want to punch this guy in the fucking face. And right after I said it, I was like, well, can't be wishing physical violence upon people. Like, let's not do that. And after that, I was like, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be saying that. And just like moved on. But I was like, you can't, even in like a joking manner, you can't be like, I don't want to punch this guy in the mouth, dude. Like, you know what I mean? It's fuck. It's a rough world out there.
That was one of my favorite things about hockey. I know I've said it a lot, but I'm going to continue saying it until the end of my days, is in esports, you cannot put a motherfucker on his ass for running his mouth. And that's the most depressing thing. Because that was the best go-to, was if someone was beacon from the bench, you clock their number, you wait for them to stop looking. Oh boy, if you get a pizza up the middle on a dude who's been running his mouth all game, that's a free 2 minutes in the box.
That's a hearty good night.
That's 2 minutes in the box and him in an ambulance. That's what that is.
Oh man, dude.
3 things happen.
Oh,
I
man.
hit you hit the floor, ambulance hits 60.
That used to be my favorite thing about football, dude. After I got back into football, like whenever, like, you know, you and somebody else from like your neighborhood or whatever were bickering and all that shit, you go play a good fucking game of football and just lay each other the fuck out.
and then it's over.
Oh man, it's over. It's great.
Right?
That's why I hate all of this shit nowadays. There's so much back and forth and bullshit and coddling and all this stuff, bro. Like, if you have a problem, just talk to me. Like, just
hit me in the face so I can hit you back, and we can just be done with it. Like,
dude, yeah, if you have a fucking issue, settle the issue. I don't want this whole, oh, well, they said this and they did. It's just such bullshit, man. Like, I'm just not made for that type of environment.
Nope.
I'm just not. I can't play the whole politics game. I suck at it. I'm terrible.
I leave all that to Parker.
Yep. I would much rather just be very straightforward about things and just be like, whatever, it's done, it's done. But you can't even do that. That's the shitty thing. It's like everyone's like, get so butthurt when you say stuff about these types of things, and they wonder like why you can't have your own fucking personality about things. Like, I'm not trying to like be like, oh, we can't be like Stephen A. Smith or something like that. That's Stephen A. Smith. That's way different. Stephen A. Smith can do whatever the fuck Stephen A. Smith wants to do. It's Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
Exactly, right? But like the thing is like you still got to let people do people,
Yep.
It's whatever. People are still gonna,
when there's no personality in it.
You ever hear about have you ever heard about the story of if the world was black and white and how boring it would be?
No.
Okay, well, that's basically it. It's a really long fucking story, but like
hear it.
think about if everybody just had the same job, basically, how boring things would be.
That'd be boring as fuck.
Whenever we got on a podcast once every blue moon, right? And we're like, how's your things been? And it's like, oh, good, dude. I've been renting the same gear for the same month. And it's like, awesome, dude. So have I. It's fucking terribly boring. That's why differing opinions and everything matter so much. You know what I mean? It's fucking great that, Parker is, swings super left in politics. I'm more centrist about things. I love talking to Parker about politics because getting introduced new ideas makes you smarter.
Just makes you smarter from a different point of view, man.
Exactly. And I don't understand why people want this whole, padded room bullshit. I want to see the worst of the worst and I want to see the best of the best. I want to see it because you learn from that.
I think I just want to hit people again. I just want to be able to legally hit people again. Like, that's all I want. Like, people piss me off enough that it's just like.
Be honest, would you have punched me in the face yet?
Oh, 100%. Oh, 100%.
Dude, 100%. We would have like half destroyed your apartment in Poland and then cleaned that shit up and been like, all right, cool. Like,
yeah.
Flynn would have tried to choke me the fuck
healthy.
out.
Maybe to normal people that's not healthy, but to me that's healthy. Like,
we got the brother mentality, dude. It's like I just want to beat the shit out of you and get it over with. Like,
exactly. Like, is that so hard to understand?
Dude, that's why I love like the MMA community. If they have a problem, they just beat the shit out of each other and they're done with it.
True.
Right? Like, I'm not asking like if someone has a problem with me, find me in a public street and punch me in the face. But like,
MMA is also a damn good example of the just heinous trash talk and it ending after the fight, right?
Oh,
Think
man.
anything Conor McGregor has ever promoted.
I love that.
Does he continue to run his mouth after the fight? No. When he got his ass kicked, he was humble.
Absolutely. And my favorite thing is when people are like, "Oh, Khabib humbled Conor McGregor." It's like, no, the fuck you didn't.
He knows how to play the game, and he's running his mouth.
Absolutely, he is making so much money. You dumb fuck. Bro, if someone told me I was fighting Khabib, like right now, they called me and were like, hey, there's no one that's fighting. We found this random esports commentator who's going to fight Khabib. I would start talking shit in 10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Because I know I'm going out there and getting my ass kicked for 25 minutes.
This guy's a fucking bitch, but I can tell you one thing. I know how to take a punch, motherfucker. You're not getting me in the first. You might choke me the fuck out, but listen.
Oh, no, I'm resigned to the fact that I'm getting just deleted. I just want a pay-per-view to make it worth it.
Bro, that guy's gonna put me in a Kimura and I'm going to sleep.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna coma the next day. I'm just racking up million in the bank.
I'm gonna get some good fucking sleep. I can tell you that.
Jeez,
gonna get some good sleep. I just don't know how it spiraled this much, man. I don't get it. I honestly think it's a result from cancel culture. To be completely honest with you, we're really getting into just like open conversation.
Oh yeah,
I kind of like this. I'm not gonna
lie. Bullshitting about shit.
Yeah, this is actually pretty great now, honestly. Maybe we just need to start doing this instead of talking about Siege. Until they fix Siege, we'll start doing this.
Wednesday, we're not gonna have any Siege to talk about, so fuck. We got one more Siege podcast in us, and then it's God only fucking knows.
I don't know, man. I don't know. How's your family doing, by the way, with all this?
Fam's doing good. Mom's still working. Sister's still in school, doing like online school shit. So
she's high school still, right?
Grade 8.
Grade 8.
High
Holy
school next
shit.
year. Yeah, don't
Fuck
fucking remind
me. Dude, my sister's 20 years old.
Oh God.
My sister is 20 years old, dude.
Can I skip to that? Can I skip fucking?
Do you know?
14 to 20?
Do you listen? Do you know how weird it is for me to swipe on people on Tinder and then see somebody that's 18? And
Oh,
like my
it's so
sister's
weird,
older than
dude.
them?
It's so weird.
Fuck it. It's don't say that because you just said your sister's grade 8. But anyway, don't say that, Flynn. But no, it's really weird when someone's like 18. You're like, I'm 23 years old, right?
Oh yeah. Have you ever tried to talk to
So
the
weird.
18-year-olds on Tinder?
Mm,
I had one chick who was 18 DM me on Tinder. I went through fucking 5 sentences of conversation and immediately went, "You are a child. You are an actual child. I'm conversing with a child. I need to stop. This is not okay."
yep. It's weird when you finally realize that being 18 is not being an adult.
No, it's not.
You're
It's
so
not.
far
Are
from.
you kidding
you're
me? I was
like,
a
listen,
disaster at 18. I'm still a disaster at 22,
Oh my
but
God.
I was a disaster at 18.
I cannot remember who made this joke, but have you ever gotten into a situation where you had to go find someone that was an adult to your adult?
Yes. Like every day.
Happens to me all the fucking time,
Every
dude.
day. I
My
need
mom,
adult supervision.
that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like we're talking about taxes and like everything, especially like since like obviously like I worked in Poland and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
So we're like trying to figure out the taxes and stuff. My mom was like, "Do you know any of this?" I'm like, "Fuck no, dude."
No.
Like this is all you. This is your alley. I don't know shit. Like,
Yeah, my mom's a financial advisor, so I just handed her all my shit. I was like, give me math. Do the math. Give me the math.
Give me math. Oh shit.
Yeah, fam's doing good. How's your fam doing?
They're doing all right, man.
Yeah.
My mom works from home, so she's really not at risk. I'd say the only thing is that my mom's had pneumonia in the past, so that worries me a lot.
Yeah.
And my dad is an essential worker because my dad runs grain elevators for a living. And if you guys didn't know, that's food. So
Food's important.
Yeah, essential workers, no farmers, no food. You fucking dipshits. That's
Yep.
why I love living on like the East Coast or the West Coast. And like, oh, everything's fine. Oh, the flyover states in the Midwest. And it's like, yeah, they also make most of your food.
Yep.
Without the Midwest, you would all starve to death. Like that's just how it would go. The only two states, if I remember correctly off the top of my head, the only two states that would be okay without the Midwest are California if they converted all of their stuff from non-GMO to GMO, and Texas. That's literally it. Everyone else would have a pandemic.
On top of the pandemic we already have.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom's had to go out a couple times for work. But Canada is not fucking around with this shit. The cops are out and you get fined
No, you
$5
guys have-
grand.
Oh, $5 fucking
You get
grand?
fined $5 grand if you don't have a letter from the government saying you're allowed to leave your house. Or if it's like a grocery trip, they won't care. But like either it's essential items you need or it's $5 grand out of your bank account. Or you have a letter from the government being like, hey, this person's allowed out. But yeah, my mom was going out she had to go get some paperwork signed by a client. And she has to fucking drive to their house, drop it on the front door, go back to the car, wait for them to sign it, and then go and pick up the paperwork and get back in the car. And
Why saw the paper?
She got stopped by the cops, and she had to pull out that fucking letter from the Ontario government being like, yep, this is an essential worker. She needs to be doing this. It's, yeah, Canada's not fucking around with this shit, man. They got us
So you're
on
really just sitting at
lockdown.
home. Yeah, you're really just sitting at home, just fucking token and hanging out, huh?
Yep. Yeah, God bless weed deliveries. Jesus,
Dude.
I don't know where I'd be without that.
I'm in a fucking state that is not legal.
That sucks.
It's decriminalized where I am, but
good.
it is it's still illegal. CBD is legal though, but again, as you know, the differences between the two.
Yep.
CBD is just like, hey, I'm kind of calm for like the day. Like
Doesn't
I'm just
pass the time as well.
Yeah. No, does not pass the time as well.
It also doesn't invade my Cheeto stash as well.
Or leftovers or anything,
Anything.
dude.
Anything. I ate an entire box of crackers one night. I was so fucking hungry. It was an entire like family-sized package of those saltine crackers you put in soup.
Mhm.
I just fucking mossed them all.
I think the thing about just weed in general that blows me away is that people still legitimately believe it's worse than alcohol.
No.
Not even fucking close.
No. As a child of an alcoholic and a family of alcoholics, let me tell you, no. I wish they would have just kept smoking Jace all day. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it is. It's fucking crazy. I've definitely done a lot dumber shit drinking than I have smoking ever in my entire life. 100%. I'll be completely honest about that. 100%.
I've told the story before on the podcast, but yeah, I got so drunk I fell asleep in a construction zone in Montreal after a Canadian Nationals event.
That's 100% government legal, by the way.
I'm not doing that on weed, let me tell you. I'm passing out in my hotel room and getting 12 hours of sleep if I'm high.
What do you think that the main thing that pulls people away or like maintains a difference in their mind about weed is?
I think for them, it's black and white. It's drugs or no drugs for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they just don't consider alcohol a drug, even though there's a reason that our liquor stores are still open. And it's because if alcoholics don't get access to booze, they will die. That is the only reason that LCBOs in Ontario are still open. And LCBO is a Liquor Control Board of Ontario, by the way.
Wow.
Our liquor is controlled by the government in Canada because we're smart.
We have a couple states that do that. We have, for instance, like I used to live in Virginia. Virginia has ABC stores where all the liquor is sold. But if you live in the Midwest, all the liquor is sold in Walmart. So you can literally, I can legit go in the gas station up the street and get liquor, 100%.
Montreal has beer at like gas stations, but that's like,
oh no, we have everything.
The worst you could do in Canada is fucking beer at a gas station. Everything else is pretty locked down.
No, I gotcha. Yeah, it's to the point where like I could legit go get Everclear from the gas station if I wanted to. Think about that one for a second.
Yeah, Jesus.
Yeah, I can just go get 100 proof grain alcohol at the gas station. I could literally be an arsonist in less than 2 seconds. Think about that. It's sold at the fucking gas station, dude.
Man, I was impressed. I was fucking.
Oh my god.
I was streaming the other day, and I'm in love with SB Nation, the YouTube channel. They do a whole.
Oh, they are so great.
Yeah,
so good, man.
So John Boys is.
By the way, if you guys want any other Siege talk, this is not the part of the podcast. I'm gonna let you go. We'll let you guys go now. We're probably gonna be ranting for like until we end. Yeah, so I'm just letting you know. Yeah, that's it for the legit Siege topics. We're moving into everything else. So
yeah. John Boyce is doing a whole documentary series about the history of the fucking Seattle Mariners. Fucking, it starts in the 30s with a serial arsonist burning down the baseball field in Seattle that was there in the first place. He set 24 fires over like 2 years, and he didn't really have much of a reason other than the depression. He was just like, there's no money, I want to go set shit on fire.
All right.
I'm just like, that's a fucking incredible way to start the history of a baseball team. 24 arsons.
That's fucking incredible.
Did you like fire growing up? I loved fire growing up.
Bro, he was almost on that 25 kill streak. Almost had that nuke.
Almost had the nuke.
Yeah, bro. He just needed one more. He fucked up. Wait, dude, maybe he had hardline on.
Maybe he got it. Maybe he's pocketing it. Trying to rack up as many kills as he can before he fucking pulls the trigger on it.
Yeah, dude, I guess. Dude, what so you liked fire? You're like an arson kid?
I love fire growing up, man. Anything to do with
fire. I was a fucking scared kid, dude.
Really?
I was real scared to death. Real scared to death.
Fire.
Yeah, anything that could harm me, I was terrified. Scared as fuck. Like I love guns, right? Like I love guns. I think guns are fucking awesome. Like I'm from the Midwest. I think they're cool. I think they're a really cool tool. You know, there's I don't want to get into the whole politics of it, but I'm from the Midwest. Like guns are a thing there.
I hate guns. Yeah, and that's just how it is, right?
Yeah, that's how it is. Well, also you can't get mauled by a fucking mountain lion walking down a fucking path in the middle of bumfuck Egypt. So you know what I mean?
Sure.
That's the main difference. Is like I either carry a gun and can kill that thing, or that thing has such an advantage that I just die. So there you go. But I used to be terrified of everything, dude. I wouldn't hold fish. Like we would go fishing, and like they pull a fucking crappie out of the water. I'd be like, no, I don't want to touch it. Like, what if it cuts my hand or something? Like that was me as a kid, dude. I was terrified.
I don't know what it was about fire. I just love setting shit on fire as a kid.
At least you weren't like harming like rats or something, because that's like the sign of a serial killer. It was all
inanimate shit that I was setting on fire. I didn't hurt anyone with it. I was just like, God, I love setting shit on fire. It's so much fun.
My shit was always video games, man. Always. From like the age of 3, Always video games. I used to skip elementary school to go play video games.
I didn't have video games growing up.
What was your first console?
Xbox 360.
Really? Did you get it on release, or where'd you get it? Which one did you have? Which 360 did you have?
The second tier one. It was like Arcade, Pro, and Elite. I had the Pro or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, I think I got it a year before the new consoles came out. Or no, 2 years before the new consoles came out. Before the Xbox One and PS4. Yeah.
What was your first title?
Modern Warfare 2.
Okay, so no, you're a little bit back then. Oh wait, no. Wait, did you buy Modern Warfare 2 on like discount?
Yeah, I bought it years after it came out.
Oh shit.
Okay, it came
so
out
what?
in 09. I don't think I bought it. I don't think I had an Xbox until 2012.
So that's Black Ops 2, right? I think.
I think so. That's the year Black Ops 2 came out, yeah. Something like that.
Look it up. 2012. Yeah, it's Black Ops 2. God, I'm
Yeah.
good on that. Hell yeah.
So yeah, when Black Ops 2 came out, I bought Modern Warfare 2. That 3-year-old game at the time.
God bless, man.
Yeah.
Great game though.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Great
yeah.
fucking game.
They remastered the campaign.
I do want them to remaster the multiplayer so
Yeah,
bad.
really.
I just want to YY fucking ladder stall intervention someone so bad.
True. I was
So
watching
bad.
I was watching Jev do a playthrough of the remastered campaign. Now I want to do it when it comes out on PC.
I'm gonna be so happy when I get to throw that knife in that stupid fuck's head.
Yup.
Oh, man.
Dude, Modern Warfare 2 campaign's fucking
Yeah,
ingrained in my
so good.
memory.
So good.
Let me tell
What
you
is
though,
your favorite-
watching No
what?
Russian remastered. That's something.
Oh my god, I'm so happy they kept it in.
Oh yeah.
It would have never been the same. I'm so happy that they stood on that and was like, look, it's being fully remastered. We don't care.
Yep. Well, it's such an important mission of the story. Like you can't
It is.
cut it out and still have the story make any sense. They still give you the option to skip it though.
What a fucking campaign, dude.
Oh yeah. Great campaign.
What a fucking campaign.
Great campaign.
Shout out to the parents that talk to their kids about that though.
True.
100%. Because my parents talked to me about it. I remember that. I got that game, and obviously it was a big thing. My dad let me play through the whole mission.
Not to dig too deep,
I
but I'd already
yeah.
seen people die at that point in my life, so I
Yeah.
was chilling.
Yeah, but it was something else, dude. It was
Yep.
really something else. And for me, set up a lot of things for the future because I live in America.
Yeah.
So, mass shootings are a thing. That's fun.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Well, that's the thing.
That's the thing that then again, not trying to get into the politics of it all, but that's the thing that I always find interesting in the difference of coverage between the States and Canada. We had a mass shooting. It's hard to even call it a mass shooting. I think there were 3 casualties at Capitol Hill back in 2015, 2016, no, 2014, something around there. I can't even remember what year it was now, but like that was on the news for like a year straight.
Wow.
Like it was so notable because it was the first mass shooting in Canada since like the 1990s at the Montreal University.
Yeah.
Like it happens like maybe once every 20, 30 years for us. And in the States, the numbers rise more than 365. There's more than one a day.
Yeah. I think that the thing to notate is a couple of things. Number one, the mass shooting number is blown out of proportion just because of the description that they use in order to allocate a mass shooting.
That's fair, yeah.
So there's that. But number two, there's no answer for it. You can't, no one has come up with something that would possibly work.
No,
You can't,
like in
banning guns in the States doesn't work. It like that would never, ever fucking work.
outright, like we don't outright ban guns either. We just have way, way stricter control on them.
Yeah, of course. And there should be. Anyone that is a law-abiding citizen that owns a firearm will tell you the exact same thing.
Yep.
The fact that, people that are getting guns that shouldn't have guns is the issue. That's the main problem.
That is the
And
problem.
there-
I've
there's
talked to
a-
a lot of gun owners
Yeah.
who say the same
Yeah.
thing. It's like
Exactly.
we don't like mass shootings. Obviously,
No.
we're not horrible people.
Yeah, the
Right?
whole reason my dad has my mom walk around with a pistol in her purse is because if some fucking dude tries to grab my mom, guess what? You're getting fucking shot, dude. Sorry. That's how it works.
Yeah.
The thing about firearms that no one ever wants to talk about is that they're an equalizer. My grandmother cannot defend herself against a 200-pound man ever.
I think
Never.
in Canada, we just don't ever expect
But
that to happen.
yeah, exactly. You expect people to be good people,
Yep.
but that's never. it's kind of like the whole argument about like communism is actually the perfect, political way to be. If you really think about it, because everybody gets the same thing. Oh, we're all going to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, but corruption's the thing.
Yeah, but it never works because not everyone
Exactly.
follows the rules.
There you
right?
go.
Like there's people
There you go.
who are just out here who break rules.
That's the thing. That is the thing. Isn't it? Yeah, it's the Dark Knight. It's the Dark Knight when his butler goes, there's some people that just want to watch the world burn.
Yep.
That's really it, dude.
Yeah,
that's
when
really
we
it. There's
watched all
some people that
the
literally just want to
Batman
do it.
movies. Those were good
Such
too.
a fucking good series.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my god. The Dark Knight is top 5 movies for me of all time. I know every single fucking line from that movie.
Yeah, I watched them
I can
all in order.
tell you any Joker line from that movie, Flynn, any of them. I love
They're
it,
so
dude.
good though, man. Heath Ledger
Oh
was
my
an amazing
God.
Joker.
The best. The absolute best.
Yeah. I watched the new Joker movie that came out as well. I wasn't as impressed by it, but I still thought it was good.
What is that actor's name? Something Phoenix?
Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix. What an amazing actor, dude. He
Oh, yeah.
made that script his bitch.
Oh hell yeah.
Made that script his bitch. I'm not a big name guy, so it's really, especially with like movies, because I just don't watch movies.
Yeah, I watch
know?
way more TV than I do movies.
I don't even watch TV, dude. I just play video games. That's all I do.
Is watch TV, man.
Dude. I guarantee you, well, you and I have had done this before, but like, as you know, I don't watch shit. Like, you're like, oh, dude, what, you know this thing from like Community? I'm like, never seen Community. Like, do you know this thing from The Office? I'm like, I've seen The Office once. I don't remember that episode. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I just don't watch anything. I've never seen Back to the Future. Like,
Ooh, that's a series you gotta see.
yeah, dude, I just don't watch things. I don't.
Back to the Future is so good, man. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, never seen it. Never seen it.
The original like Die Hard trilogy is also really good. The newer ones kind of suck.
Yeah.
The original. Die
What's
Hard's
your
my
top
favorite.
5 movies? What's your favorite like top? What's your top 5 movies? Not in order, unless you want to put them in order. That's up to you, dude.
Yeah, I don't really have an order. Die Hard's definitely number 1.
Die Hard, really?
Yeah.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
It's an anytime movie, but especially a Christmas movie.
Fucking great movie.
Back to the Future is probably in the top 5. I don't know. Movies. I think I'd have to put The Dark Knight in the top 5 for sure.
It better be in the top 5. I will fly to Canada.
I think I'd honestly put Endgame in the top 5.
Really?
Yeah. Just the whole like Marvel series of movies over the last decade have been really, really strong. Like the original Iron Man is probably still one of my favorites.
Dude, this is, I swear to God that we somehow got like separated at birth. It makes no fucking sense. Iron Man is the shit, dude. Oh my God.
So
Robert
good.
Downey Jr., dude.
Yep.
Whew. I feel like that's why I'm a snarky dickhead, is because I just love Iron Man.
Yeah. Robert Downey.
This is my
Jr. 's so good.
subconscious being like, that's what a cool guy looks like. You should be like him. Like,
It was funny. Robert Downey Jr. actually did like a whole, I think it was a half hour, an hour docu-series for YouTube Premium or YouTube Red or whatever on AI. And it was really cool.
he's such a cool character, man. He's done so much stuff in his life.
Oh, hell yeah.
So much. Going from being a amazing actor to being a drug fiend to rehab to coming back to being everyone's Iron Man. That's fucking crazy. That's fucking crazy. No one else can play Iron Man like that man can play Iron Man.
Oh, hell
Guarantee
no.
it. There's no way. He embodies what Iron Man is supposed to be.
Man, what's
It's
another
fucking awesome.
What's another movie I want to put in my top 10 or top 5 or whatever?
You got any classics in there? Besides obviously Back to the Future.
Yeah. Well, Die Hard's
But like the
A-tier.
older ones. Like no Pulp Fiction, nothing.
Never seen Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how little of a movie guy I am. A lot of the old movies that are thrown around. Like I've never seen Citizen Kane. Never seen.
I've never seen that.
Never seen a lot of like the older movies. Never seen Scarface. Never seen the Rocky series.
Nope. Neither have I. God,
yeah.
we suck.
Yeah. Some days I feel old as fuck, and sometimes I'm still a zoomer.
Maybe this is why we're just not cultured.
Maybe that's why.
We just need to take a week and just watch all the movies that we haven't watched. I've never seen The Green Mile either.
I think I've seen it once, but only because it was playing on someone's TV at a house I was at. I don't think I've ever actually sat down to watch it.
You ever seen The Patriot?
I don't think so. No.
With Tom Hanks?
I don't remember seeing it. No.
Dude, you need to see that. You want to talk about a fucking great movie?
I'm gonna pull up
Fucking
IMDb
great
right now.
movie.
Let's just talk about movies. Why not?
Dude, why not? Fuck it.
I think another minute
Okay.
or two. If anyone's still listening at this point, I mean, props to you.
Yeah, dude, of course. There's going to be that guy that posts on there, be like, I listened to the whole thing. This is fucking great. You guys need to do this every week. And we're like, what the fuck?
Oh, God, no.
Oh, no, it's not Tom Hanks. It's Mel Gibson. Again, I'm terrible with names, dude.
Ah.
It's Melly Gibson, baby. Melly Gibson.
All right, I went to IMDb. I went to the top-rated movies.
Yeah.
All right, number 1, Shawshank.
Never seen it.
Really damn good movie.
Nope.
The
Never seen it.
Godfather.
Never seen it.
I haven't seen The Godfather either. Number 4 is The Dark Knight.
Yes. Okay.
Number 3 is The Godfather Part 2.
Never seen it.
Number 5, 12 Angry Men. Heard of it, never seen it.
I don't think I've seen it. Hold on. 12 Angry Men. 1956. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's an old.
They remade it in 97, apparently.
Interesting. What are some other good ones in here? Inception's at 13. Fight
I've seen
Club's at
Inception.
11.
Never seen Fight Club.
Oh, Fight Club's one you gotta watch. That's a good movie. Pulp Fiction's at 8. I need to watch that. The third Lord of the Rings is number 7. I've seen the Lord of the Rings. I just haven't watched it in forever.
Yeah, I've seen I've seen every single Lord of the Rings movie, but I could never tell you about the lore of it ever because, like, I hate using this as a fucking cop out, but anyone that has ADHD understands shit that like goes on like that. You just completely lose the plot. Your brain's off over in Narnia. Your brain's off over in Narnia thinking about this, and then like action scene happen. You're like, oh, cool stuff. I just can't, dude. I can't. I've seen the whole series probably like 3 times. I can't even name like more than like Frodo and Sam.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't remember much of anything from Lord of the Rings. I know I've seen the whole trilogy a couple times because we used to
Yep.
have it on VHS.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it's the same thing as like Star Wars. Like I like Star
Yeah.
Wars, but like I can't sit there and go on a diatribe about the lore of Star Wars and all this kind of stuff.
I think there's so
Have you heard the
much
story
lore.
of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
I think there's so much lore to do. Like I've seen all the movies a billion times. Like I love
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars, but like all like the lore and the stuff and the books and everything it's turned into over the years, I don't give a fuck about.
There's a lot.
Number 16 is The Matrix. Seen it? Pretty
Never
good.
seen it.
Oh, you haven't
Never
seen
seen it.
Matrix? Oh,
Yeah,
you
dude,
should, man.
dude. You know how pissed Stewart is that I haven't seen that movie?
Probably really
threat-
fucking pissed.
He threatened to not let me cast SI if I hadn't seen it.
Saving Private Ryan. That's a damn good movie.
I'll be honest, I've never seen it.
Damn, that's another one you should check out. The Green Mile series at 29. 30's Interstellar. Fucking amazing
I've
movie.
seen it. I've seen it like once, twice, once.
Oh,
The only thing I remember from that movie is the planet where they did a very, very cool thing. They made it to where the beat in the music is actually every single time the beat hits is 1 year on Earth. It's exactly timed
yeah.
up properly. It's fucking incredible.
yeah, they did a lot of work on Interstellar to make it scientifically accurate. Until the end. The end just if you haven't seen Interstellar, you'll know or if you have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't,
It has a very
well,
Inception ending.
yeah. What else is here? The Terminator series. Never seen it.
Mm-mm.
Back to
Nope.
the Future. It's a damn good series. What else is in here? The Joker, the new one that just came out, it's at 49. I do recommend. Alien. Never seen the entire like Alien Predator series.
Nope. Me neither.
Indiana
Get to the
Jones.
chopper now.
Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, 55. I've seen it.
Which
I just
one's
don't
that?
Remember.
Which one's that one?
Raiders is like 3.
Is that the one when he does the sword fight?
I don't remember, dude. I have to go back and
Raiders-
watch them to be honest.
Hold
I
on,
don't
I
remember.
got you. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Bro, what the fuck? Django came out in 2012?
Oh yeah, I've seen this one. This is where he changed. Yeah, okay.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember when
Django's good.
Crystal Skull came out and it had Shia LaBeouf?
Yeah. That was interesting.
What a movie!
Oh, Wally.
What other movies are on there? Wally.
Wall-E.
I've seen Wally.
Wally's
That's a great
amazing.
movie. Oh man,
I think right after Japan, I got super high and watched Wall-E. It was so good.
That's probably an amazing experience.
Oh, it's so fucking good.
Wall-E's such a good movie. Eve, dude, every single time I see that movie, I want to cry.
Honestly, Wall-E's
oh
so
my
good.
God, dude, I don't cry to a lot of things, but like Wall-E just gets me right in the feels,
Oh,
man.
100%.
Oh fuck, what a movie. Bends over backwards for that girl, dude.
Wouldn't we all?
I'd bend over backwards.
Scarface, I've never seen.
Never seen Scarface.
The Toy Story trilogy, obviously.
I don't think I've seen Toy Story 3. I think that's the only one I haven't seen.
I'm trying to remember if I've even seen Toy Story 3.
I was 13 at the time. Because it was 2010. Yeah.
I don't remember if I've seen it or not.
I'm gonna watch the trailer real quick and see.
I've seen the clip.
Is this when he goes to college?
Pojo, yeah, I've seen the clip at the end from Pojo's Digest. I know that much. When he left Dark Zero.
Oh, yeah. I this is the one where they like get sold to like the child's daycare or whatever. Yeah. No, I haven't. I don't remember any of this movie. I've seen Toy Story 1 and 2. Never seen 3 or 4.
I think I'm in the same boat. I've seen the first 2 Star Wars Toy Stories a bajillion times.
They're so good.
Green Book. That was a damn good
the
movie.
Fuck is that?
Green Book? It just came out a couple of years ago.
No idea what that is.
Damn good movie. What else is in here? Starting to get into some. Oh, Wolf of Wall Street, 100%.
Oh my God, what a great fucking movie, dude!
Incredible.
Oh, I cannot believe that's actually like based on a true story.
Yeah,
it's actually incredible,
it's
dude.
Insane, man. I love movies like that that are based off of real events. Those are so good.
I can't believe people live like that, dude. I want that. The fuck?
Yep. The Kill Bill series, never seen.
Never seen.
Gran Torino, that's a good movie. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen the full thing.
It's a solid movie. All right. Oh, Ford versus Ferrari that just came out. That was damn good as well.
That's on top 100.
200. It's at 191.
Fuck yeah, dude! That movie's great.
It's fucking awesome.
Great. I don't know how anyone rated that at like a 6.
Yeah,
I was like, that movie is fucking fantastic.
It was awesome.
Oh man, it's so good. Oh. You seen Goodfellas?
No.
Oh, Flynn. It's so quotable. Oh my God.
All right, that's movies. I'm gonna do TV shows because TV
is
where
this is where I'm gonna fall. Yeah, I'm falling off the face of the earth here. You thought movies were bad, and here we go.
Okay, well, Breaking Bad, I know you've seen because we forced you to watch it in Poland.
Yep, you guys forced me to watch that. Yep.
Game of Thrones, we forced you to watch in Poland, but you already cared about.
Yep.
Rick and
Morty.
Morty.
It in my apartment. I've seen Rick and Morty. Fucking great series. I haven't seen the new season though.
I have.
Is it good?
It's only the first half of the new season that's come out, but yeah, it's pretty solid.
Bet.
The Sopranos, I never saw.
Nope.
No. What else is in here?
There's
a lot of like documentary series in here. Like there's a whole bunch of Planet Earth docu-series in here that are in like the top 100. Friends, I think I watched halfway through and gave up on.
My parents love Friends. Well, they used to.
Yeah.
Used to watch Friends all the time.
I've seen The Office a few times. I have friends who love it way more than I do.
I've watched it through one time. Listen, I don't understand how the fuck people watch an entire series that's actually based like a series. Like the story progresses, not like South Park, where it's just like over and over again. You're like, oh, dude, that episode was so funny. I'm gonna go watch that again, right?
Yeah.
Like after I saw The Office, like, cool, I've seen The Office.
Yeah.
And people like, I've seen it like 9 times over. I'm like, dude, fucking.
Well, a series that I've seen a bajillion times is How I Met Your Mother.
Bro, I can't even read a book twice, dude. I read a book once and I try to start it over to like, understand the story more. I get like through chapter 2. I'm like, this shit's so boring. I already know what happens.
Yeah. Black Mirror, damn good show.
Nah.
Oh,
I've seen like 2 episodes out of it.
You should.
They bore me to death, I'll be honest.
Really? Oh, they're so good.
Yep.
I love them. What else?
Yeah, I watched the one where the prime minister of Britain fucks the pig.
Oh, that's such a horrible one. That's the very first one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I know.
Better.
Yeah, I know. But I've watched a couple other ones. Like the one that was like the dating app where like you only get like set up for like a couple of months or whatever. I've seen that one.
Yep.
I saw the Miley Cyrus one.
That was okay.
I saw the one where the guy from I don't think it's Get Out. Is it Get Out? The guy from Get Out where he has to like run on the treadmill all the time.
Oh yeah.
Is that the actor from Get Out?
I think so. I can't remember actually.
I hope I'm hitting the right movie title. It's the one that the guy from Key and Peele made.
Yeah, that's
Get Out, right? Yeah, that's the same guy. It's the same guy. I'm really good with faces. I'm terrible at names.
Yeah. There's a bunch of other ones in there that are like really fucking good. There's I don't want to spoil any of them. There's like a bank heist one. There's trying to think of my favorites. There's like a almost like a Star Trek parody one. That's season 4, episode 1. That's solid. All of season 4 is really good, except for the black and white one. The one that's in all black and white is kind of boring, but it does keep you on your seat, I guess. The new 3 that just came out, I thought were okay. I didn't think they were as good as the others. Yeah. If anyone hasn't seen Black Mirror, you definitely should. House of Cards, I think I stopped caring about halfway through.
I wonder why.
It didn't even have anything to do with Kevin Spacey. It's just the storyline just got so fucking convoluted that I just couldn't follow it anymore. I'm probably gonna have to go back and rewatch it all.
I watched this bit about like probably a year ago at this point, but it was like, bro, kind of sucks how far House of Cards fell after Kevin Spacey got caught, huh? Like it got, dude. The plot line was so bad, dude. So bad. My parents finished out the season. They were like, "This is fucking terrible." Like, oh my goodness gracious.
Show that's on right now, Westworld. Fucking
never
incredible.
saw it.
Oh, fucking incredible.
I've seen like 2 episodes.
Fucking incredible. It's the 3rd season's airing right now. It's damn good.
Trying to think of things I've watched recently.
Wait, what the fuck?
What?
Is this what I think it is?
What is it?
Content Caught by iDubbbz is in the
seen
top
all of them.
100
seen
on
all of them.
IMDb. I've seen them all. I just didn't think a YouTube series
They're
would
fantastic.
be in IMDb.
Do you think that iDubbbz is a simp?
No.
I don't think he's a simp either. I think if you're fine with it, just do your thing, bro. Like again, like I don't judge anybody for that shit. I don't fucking care, honestly. Like the only thing for me personally, I'm gonna be completely transparent again about it, is like I do not give a fuck what you do, right? Everyone's a human, everyone's seen boobs, whatever. Do your thing, right? Make your money, get your bag. But I don't understand the whole, parents aspect of it. Like if my sister had one, I wouldn't do it actively, but I can tell you subconsciously I'd definitely look at my sister a different way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a hard pill to swallow. I'll put it that way.
It is. It's tough when you know them, right?
It's a normality thing. It's a really, really weird thing. I think things have gotten stretched so far to the point now where like we're having, again, not saying there's a huge crowd for anything, but like the plus on like the LGBTQ plus thing, like there's people that are trying to add in terrible things to that, and it's like, no, like this is advocacy for people that are just trying to be them sexually, right? And now you're trying to use this for a bunch of terrible, horrific things that happen. That it's one of those things where normalcy for certain things just is weird. I'm not trying to compare that to the terrible things that happen at all, but it is one of those things where it's like, you go home and you're like, hey mom, hey dad, I do OnlyFans now and I am fucking topless on the internet for the world to see for a $5 paywall.
Yep.
Again, to each their own, but I just want to know how that conversation
if we're
goes.
really getting into this, what the fuck is with all the incest porn?
Dude, right?
What the fuck is with all the incest porn,
I don't get it, bro.
Right?
Y'all need to calm down about your
what
fucking
is this
stepmom,
wave?
dude.
Let's chill. Let's chill the fuck out, please.
Dude, the hot videos in America are like all 6 of them every time.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's the same in Canada. It's fucking
Please tell me that you found it so interesting to fly around the world and then look at the hub to see what the hot videos were.
Japan was incredible. I'll come out there right now and say it. Japan had the best porn.
It was fucking
Japan had the
insane.
best porn. If we're talking about who had the best porn, Japan's number
That
one.
shit, bro. I was like, what the fuck is
I
happening?
tried to explain it to that girl I was talking to from
That
Tinder.
shit made no sense.
Because she was like,
Bro,
what's the deal with Japanese porn? Why are dudes so into it? And I was like, you got to understand, in Canada, in the States, Japanese porn that gets promoted is fucking weird and terrible quality. In Japan, it's actually normal, high quality porn, but with Japanese girls. Like, it's just different.
fucking insane.
It's
It is
just different.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
But again, I will just to preface, or not preface, but just to smooth all this over, I don't give a fuck what you do.
No.
I don't. I'm the same way with, this is how I am, and this is why talking politics I think is difficult for people with me, is I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't give a fuck. As long as you are not harming anybody else, I could give a shit what you're doing. I don't care if you're gay, straight, bi, want to cut your dick off, if you want to have a fucking, I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yep.
I don't. I
It
do
doesn't-
not care.
doesn't bother
If it
me.
makes you
Doesn't
happy,
affect
bro,
me, right?
fucking do it.
Yep.
If it makes you happy, do it. If you have the money, go fucking do it. I don't care. I don't, man. Just let me do my stuff. You do your stuff. Okay?
As long as it doesn't
It's
break
just-
any laws or involve any
Yeah.
minors, I really couldn't care less.
It's just not my cup of tea, man. Just don't
Exactly.
get mad at me when, someone that has went through transition is like, hey, I want to go on a date with you. And I go, no, that's really not my thing.
Exactly, right?
Just don't get fucking angry at me. Like, why
that
why is that going to
happens-
be?
That happened in
Ugh.
Valencia. Remember the after party in Valencia at that bar with like the fucking like top balcony and the dance floor
Yeah.
like, below it? Yeah,
Yeah, where we got ridiculously
Oh,
drunk
just
and danced
plastered.
for like 4 hours. Yeah.
Well, a dude asked me to go home with him, and I was just like, no, I'm good, thanks. Right? You don't have to freak out. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
I was blasted in my mind. He
yeah, it's
asked
not
me a
like,
few
how dare
times.
you? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, like you think I'm attractive? Like, all right, man. Like I see, like it's all good.
Like
Whatever.
he was pursuing it pretty hard. He asked me like 4 or 5 times, and I was just like, no, I'm good. No, I'm still not gay. But there's other dudes here. Have
It
fun.
is, you feel terrible when you have to do it though, don't you? Like
Yeah.
kinda. Like you're just kind of like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Well, I get that I'm a white dude trying to dance plastered in my mind. So it definitely looks like I just
I could definitely see how he saw an interest in you. Let me tell you,
right?
had to be the hips.
Had to be. I was getting into it, man. That fucking night with Dez was fucking incredible, man.
You were fucking destroyed.
Oh, I was gone, man. I was gone.
I've never been so drunken with an Uber ever.
Oh yeah, we barely drank all weekend though. There was nothing to do in Valencia other than to hit the hotel bar.
God bless, dude.
Oh.
Remember when we walked around Valencia, we were like, why the fuck are we here?
Yeah, because we were up at the airport. We were in a shit part. When we actually went downtown for the after party, like Valencia looked cool. My impression of Valencia before we went to the after party on Sunday night was horrible.
Do you remember we were walking down the street with Dez and there was just a fucking random lamb's leg on the fucking sidewalk?
Yeah, like you just see
the
some
fucking
shit,
lamb's
man.
leg.
We
like
just saw
the
some
leg.
shit.
Just the fucking leg. Just sitting there. Like, what the fuck?
Oh.
It's literally on the sidewalk. We walked around it.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is going on?
Yep. We see some shit.
Oh my god. What was the worst land we casted?
The worst land in terms of what?
In terms of just whatever. Like, what was
Of
the one where you're just
anything?
like, fuck?
I would say Raleigh.
Raleigh was boring.
The game sucked. There was nothing really to do other than just get plastered at the hotel all week.
They had a really good sour beer.
Yeah, the food was
That watermelon
great.
sour was good.
The
Oh,
booze
man, it
was
so
great
good.
where you could drink it. There just weren't many places to drink. And the only thing I liked about Raleigh was our setup being like connected to the venue with the hotel. That was the only thing I liked about Raleigh. I didn't really like where we were. Like downtown Raleigh, there's not a whole lot to do. I'm not going to get into what happened, but you know what happened later that night after the after party. Yeah, that's also why I'm not a fan of Raleigh.
I can give, I will give you 100% on that one.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Raleigh's probably just the worst event. The games sucked too. They just weren't fun to cast. I think my last 2 games I casted in Raleigh were blowouts. I know the last one I did in Raleigh was a blowout. 7-2, 7-2 for G2 over Force. That's just not a fun game to cast.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say. I'd say the one that I probably just straight up despised was probably Valencia. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like the games were all right. I hated casting it because of where we were.
Yeah, the fire alarms
Fucking
didn't help.
oh my god, it was so hard, dude. And like
Yeah.
again, I'm already scatterbrained as it is, and just having like the fucking monster studio come on halfway through and play a song for an entire hour at Mach 10.
Dream hacks are they're something, man.
Holy shit, dude!
Like,
you want to
you
talk
get
about
home-
breaking
you
my
get home to the
concentration?
hotel from a dream hack, and you just fucking like you just collapse. Both times I've done Montreal and Valencia, after the days, I just went home and died. Like, there's so much noise coming at you all the time, so many flashing lights and shit, and it's just, dream hacks are overwhelming. They are definitely overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
All right, back to TV
Incredible.
shows. South Park, never really got into.
I've seen every episode of South Park up to season 20.
That's a lot of seasons.
Yep,
I haven't watched Better Call Saul yet, even though I've seen Breaking Bad a few times.
never seen it.
Everyone says it's really good. I think I might give it a try.
I saw the movie that they made after though. Is it El Camino?
El
Is that it?
Camino. I saw El Camino.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
good, yeah.
Yeah.
House, damn good show.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few episodes of House. I haven't seen the full thing like back to back, but I've
Yeah.
definitely seen quite a few episodes. If I was ever dying, that's the doctor I'm going to. I'm telling you right now.
100%.
Motherfucker will pop some meth and get you healed in 2 days. Like,
Parks and Rec. That's a good show.
never seen it.
Kind of like The Office. So if you didn't like The Office, although I like Parks and Rec much better than I like The Office, that's for sure.
I feel like it's got a more fucked up sense of humor.
Oh, 100%. What else is in here? Dexter, I've never seen, but everyone says is good, except for the ending.
My grandparents were crazy into that. Why do people botch endings so much?
I don't
I don't
know.
understand.
They
How do you
fucked up
fuck
the
that
ending of
up?
How I Met Your
That's
Mother, too.
usually what you think of first.
Yep.
That's usually like you think of the start and then you think of the end, and you're like, okay, where's the filler?
Yep.
That's usually it. It's kind of like making a sandwich. You got the 2 pieces of bread.
Mad Men,
Never seen it.
tried. I really tried. I tried to give it everything I had to be focused on it and really get invested in it, and I just couldn't. I gave up after a season. Mindhunter on Netflix, damn good show.
Never seen it.
You haven't seen Mindhunter? Damn, that's a
Nope.
good one. What else in here? Oh, there's How I Met Your Mother. Damn good show. Seen it too many times.
God, for a gay guy, he plays such a good straight guy.
True.
Like literally, like there's so many memes
Yep.
that are made about him, and it's fucking incredible. Could you imagine that? Like just being him, just being like, yeah, dude, I'm gay as hell, but like I play the fucking best straight guy on television.
Yeah.
Like,
Playing the womanizer.
it's fucking great, man. It's so
Interesting.
good. Is it?
Uh,
I forget his name in the series. Is it Teddy?
Oh, Barney?
Barney. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Neil Patrick Harris, yeah.
Yeah. What a great,
Silicon
great
Valley.
actor.
I haven't seen
Never
the
seen it.
ending of it.
Never seen it.
I kind of liked the first 3 seasons and then just kind of gave up on it. I might have to go
Mhm.
back and rewatch it to finish it. Mr. Robot, hard show to follow, but well worth it if you can really like sit down and dig in. Not a show you want to watch high, though. Not a show you want to watch high. Let me tell you, it's
What
too
show?
confusing. Mr. Robot.
Oh, never seen it.
That's strong. Oh, Letterkenny's in the top 200. Let's go, baby.
I've seen bits and pieces.
Yep. Letterkenny GOAT. There's The Office. Seen it. Don't really care. Oh, that's the UK version anyway. We already talked about the US version. Yeah. I don't see too many others in this list that I've seen or would recommend. Futurama. I used to love that show.
Futurama, I've seen quite a bit of. I think that the thing about Futurama that's so crazy, even when an episode comes on that you have no idea what the show is, right? It's just randomly in a season, is that they put so much work into that show to make it so unique that nothing else will be like it ever again. They
Yeah.
literally designed an entire fucking language that still people are trying to figure out just for a TV show.
Yep.
That's I think that's why I don't watch as much stuff, is because like unless I find it just completely enthralling, I don't care.
Yeah.
Same thing with games, dude. Like recently, I've been able to knock out like really long streams compared to what I usually do, just because I'm playing Valorant. Like I'll look over after I've been like, I think I've been playing for a while, and I'm already 5 hours deep.
Yeah.
Siege, I'm like, I've been playing for a while. I look over, and it's been an hour and a half.
That happens all the time with me with Siege now. It's just like, oh, the minutes go by like hours playing Siege these days.
Hard, dude.
I used to
Hard.
stream and play ranked for 12 hours a day, every
That's
day.
what I'm saying.
And
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore with Siege.
It's hard, dude. It's really, really hard. I feel for a lot of the big streamers right now, like George, dude. I couldn't
Yeah.
imagine still putting 10 hours a day into this game.
Oh,
I couldn't fucking
it
imagine.
must be brutal, man. I can't even imagine.
He's been playing Valorant. I
Has
think
he?
he's got drops as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So that game's fucking hard, dude.
Yeah.
Coming from being like an arcade shooter guy, it's so difficult.
I am the worst Valorant player of all time. All right, that's 3 hours. You think that's
Holy
good enough?
fuck.
We just
Yeah,
been
it
shooting the
probably
shit
is.
for the last hour, so I think we're
It
ready to call
probably
it.
is. Mhm.
All right, guys. I'd like to thank everybody for hanging out. I'm literally going to title this episode the first hour is Siege, the rest is nonsense, so that nobody gets too upset, hopefully. So I'm going to give you guys a hearty warning in the title that this is a majority bullshitting podcast. But it's good to be back. It's good to talk to you again, Sam. It's good to just hang out and kick the shit.
We haven't done this in a long time.
Yeah.
Actually.
We haven't just hung out and just chilled for a bit, so it's been nice. I hope everyone enjoyed the bullshit. I hope we at least helped with your quarantine. If you gave up after the first hour, I certainly don't fucking blame you. If you have stuck it out all the way to the end, it's clear that quarantine is ruining your life more than I thought. Because no one should listen to everything we just went through, but I appreciate it nonetheless. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do another one after Wednesday. We can do a recap on all the games and get a little more in depth in the games because I know people were probably looking for way more Siege than we talked about here.
Sorry about that, guys.
It just wasn't worth it to go game by game for like the 6 that have already happened for each region, for
Correct.
each team. Like that would be way too long to go in depth on. So we'll watch the games this week. We'll hit you back on like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm not going to give you a day because we're not going to do it. We've been trying to do this for like 3 days now, and we just keep fucking up our sleep schedules. So I'm not making any promises that it'll even be out by the end of the week, the next one. But we'll do it. We'll get a little more in depth on Siege. We'll talk about some shit, and then God only knows from there. But thanks, everybody. I'm not sure if we're still sponsored by the Koyo Store or not. Go and check and see if the promo code still works. If it does, dope, then we're still sponsored by them. If not, I totally understand. Anything you want to close out on, Sam?
No, man, that's it. Life's
right.
life's good. You're making a podcast episode with me, and yeah, that's it, dude.
right.
Happy sieging. Thanks, guys, for listening.
Beauty. See you next time, boys. Good night.